moments, I believe, or was it top 20?
It was top 10.
Oh, top 10. All right. Check out his channel. Check out my channel. And yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Nah, that's about it. I say we get right to it.
All right. My first question was, how often do you watch seasonal anime?
Seasonal anime, I would say fairly often. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the monthly format. I think it gives animators way too much crunch, and I really think that it leaves a lot to be desired in terms of like animation and pacing of the story. Like you look at like Bleach and how it's notorious for its filler. I think it holds the record for like 45% of the series being filler.
Oh.
You think it's higher?
I think Naruto was more like 45.
Maybe.
Yes, well, I don't know.
It might be, because I know end of part 1 Naruto, I think it was like 60 episodes, and then the war arc was god awful. But Bleach is pretty high up there, so I prefer seasonal anime just because it's more streamlined structure, and you have a lot more time.
Oh, so you're talking about the difference between ones that just go on for multiple seasons without a break?
Yeah. So like,
take breaks.
Yeah. So compared, so when I say like monthly, I mean stuff like One Piece or like Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super. You know what I mean? Like it didn't stop. Like there was no season. You know what I mean? Like you can go onto like Crunchyroll or Hulu, and it's like take Demon Slayer for example. Like you go onto Crunchyroll right now, you will see like Demon Slayer season 1. The next one you'll see like the Mugen Train or whatever, and then the next like season, quote unquote, is the Entertainment District arc. You'll see stuff like that. You don't see stuff like that for One Piece. It's kind of vague. You know what I mean? Kind of similar with Naruto as well.
Going, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
except for between part 1 and part 2.
Exactly. But those aren't seasons. You know what I mean? Like you could say season 1 of Naruto is like to the end of waves or like the beginning of the tuning exams or something like that. Like it's very
when they become like box sets that they start splitting up the seasons. But what?
Right.
You can't tell the difference between the seasons.
Right. So I much prefer the seasonal anime format. Me personally.
All right. Were you watching any anime last season?
I think I was catching up. Really, it's hard to remember just off the top of my head. My brain is melting every day. What I know I was watching Spy X Family, Demon Slayer. I was on that. I think there was one other one. It might have been the previous. No, it wasn't the previous JoJo batch because that came out a year ago. I can't really. I was.
The previous JoJo batch came out recently.
I'm saying the first batch. I'm sorry. The first batch is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was about a year ago. Because I know the third batch is coming out December 1st. I think I was watching Summertime Rendering too. I haven't watched that in a minute though.
Oh, what'd you think about that?
I like it. It's a little slower for myself personally. I'm weird. Like I don't know when I see like any like anything like involving like monsters or anything like that, I want to see like a lot more of the action. And like don't get me wrong, I love good story plot driven stuff, but like I was like in the camp like when I started Promised Neverland like the first season, and like that kid just got like eaten or like died or whatever, like had a flower in his chest. I was like, oh, I'm gonna see like kids die. They're like be like actual stakes, like you know what I mean. And then like I just went throughout the entire season, and I was just like but they might get caught, but I know what like it's. I've been around in the anime community long enough to like see all the tropes, so I'm like, okay, well I know they're all alive or whatever at the end of the season, so it doesn't really matter. Now I want to say that was the same thing with Summertime Rendering. I do like it. I don't know. I think I'm like 9 or 10 episodes in, and it's I don't know. Some of the characters are a little weird for me. I'm not crazy about it. I'm watching Banana Fish right now though. I'm actually enjoying that a lot.
Well, about Summertime Rendering, just to make sure, was that the one where the characters had like these shadows and they would kill them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, I remember reading the manga a while back, and I'm like, you can't mix ecchi with horror for me. It just does not sync up well.
Well, like, I don't even know if, like, the show is not very ecchi at all. From what I've seen, there's not really a lot of that. I don't get, like, any, like, the, quote-unquote, like, harem vibes, anything from that. Like, there's not a ton of fan service. Like, there's some, and fan service like that, like, does, like, get on my nerves. Like, I think it's just overdone. It's crap, honestly. Like, it's just not interesting.
For me, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Horror is just not the place or the time.
Yeah, like, and you risk, you know, tonal shifts too, but I don't know. I don't know. It's not to say it's not doing it for me. I'm waiting to be wowed more. There's like some festival thing that happened, and that was really interesting, but then it's kind of like bogged down again, so I'm kind of just waiting for it to kick back up. But I still have to finish it through though.
All right, well, let's talk about the current season because we want to get views up. Chainsaw Man, that's the most exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel about? Let's start with the trailers. How do you feel about the trailers?
Oh, I'm very excited, man. I'm so hyped. There were a lot of people, especially on Twitter, kind of complaining about how the CGI looks bad and all this stuff. But I mean, like, MAPPA has proved themselves time and time again to like be, I want to say, like, masters at their craft. I mean, like, you could look at like the lead animator, a lot of their stuff. I forget what his name is. I had his name in a video of mine recently, but like just the bags under his eyes, like, as soon as Attack on Titan was announced, like, it's crazy. Like, these people don't sleep. I think there was like a tweet that some MAPPA employee that said, like, I haven't gone home in like 2 days or something. Like, they got sweatshop hours over there. Like, it sucks, and like the anime industry is notorious for this, but I mean, they produce some quality content. If they could just, you know, improve their you know, the treatment of their employees, would be, you know, at good shape. But yeah, nah, man, I definitely, I'm super excited. I read the entire part 1 manga of Chainsaw Man. I want to say like a little over a week or something. As soon as I found out I got announced, and so yeah, man, nah, I'm very excited. It's kind of weird because it's part of the big like the dark trio or something I've seen people call it. They say it's this. I don't know. I've seen it on like Reddit and like Twitter. It's like the dark trio. It's like
the other manga.
It's like Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. There's like one other one. I don't think it's Black Clover, but it's something else. I don't know. It's weird.
I hate that comparison, but I'll get to that later. First, I think the CGI looked kind of wonky to me, if I'm going to be honest, because I'm not like one of those elitists who are like, I can't stand CGI. I watched the entire Kingdom season 1 and I enjoyed it. Like, when I saw the CGI animation, like when he's transforming into Chainsaw Man, I feel like it looked better. CGI looked better in like Dragon Ball Super Broly, Revival of F, or Demon Slayer.
Not Revival of F. You're lying. Revival of F, that was terrible. Revival of F was terrible. And Broly was good. And Broly was good when they're like fighting underneath the lava or whatever. But no, Revival of F, that was rough. But no, I honestly like it. I don't mind it at all. I mean, I certainly don't mind when, you know, anime use 3D animation to kind of aid in that process. Because I mean, that's as a character model, that has got to be a pain in the ass to do 2D, because that like all the chainsaws on his body are constantly rotating. I don't mind having it be a 3D model. I think it looks good. I mean, when I saw it in motion and like all the trailers and stuff like that, it looks good to me. So I don't have any complaints. I'm very excited. For some reason, like, this looks, I don't want to say it is like, obviously it's the same studio, but like, compare this like Jujutsu Kaisen, the line work is so thin and crisp from everything I've seen. This looks crazy, man.
It's gonna have that Demon Slayer reaction where people are hyping it up simply because of the art and animation.
You see, people say that about Demon Slayer, and I have Demon Slayer like in my top 5, not just strictly because of the animation. Because is the animation absolutely gorgeous? Yes, but Demon Slayer does not reinvent the wheel, and you don't have to. You know what I mean?
I like Demon Slayer, but like, there's a lot of people who I feel like are hyping it up for the wrong reasons, at least in my opinion.
Well, yeah, because like, and the thing is that you'll have a lot of people, and they'll, you know, try to just shit on Demon Slayer. They're like, Demon Slayer, it's mid, it sucks. The thing is what I like about Demon Slayer, it's got a lot of heart, and what I mean by that is that its cast of characters is very small compared to, you know, something like Bleach. I think I commented on like one of your videos earlier. Yeah. Like where I talked about, like, I think Bleach has a too big of a cast, especially with the 13 squads. I think it's too big. It's too big. But Demon Slayer is a lot more tight. It's a lot more compact. Honestly, the weakest character in the entire manga is Michael Jackson. Fuck, what's his fucking name? I literally don't even remember. Muzan, thank you.
Yeah.
But like, you compare, did you read the Demon Slayer manga?
Yep.
Okay, so you compare like Muzan's backstory, where he just, you know, got all pissed off of, okay, spoilers if anyone's reading this or if anyone's watching this or listening to this, I will be talking about spoilers for Demon Slayer in a second, so I guess click off in the next like 15 seconds. But like, you compare his backstory to where like he found out he was gonna die, he just like decided to kill his doctor. Compare his backstory to like Upper Moon 1. You know what I mean? Or like Akaza's backstory. We're just tragic, just terrible stories. You feel so awful for them. And like Muzan's backstory, it's not even all that, dude. Like, even like compare his own skills to like Upper Moon 1. Like Upper Moon 1 was like low diffing Sanemi and Gyome. You know what I mean? And like Upper Moon, like Muzan, he's just like swinging his arms. You know what I mean? Like, he's not, like, there's no skill.
People were saying that the number one should have been how Muzan was fighting.
Yes, I agree. I think Ufotable will probably do something to like spice it up. I mean, like, look at how the fucking you don't think so?
No.
You're thinking, look at the Rengoku fight versus Akaza. Dude, the Rengoku got low dipped so fucking hard in the manga compared to what happened in the anime. Like, it was crazy. It was like a chapter and a half, and Akaza didn't break a sweat in the manga.
Really? There was that much of a difference?
Oh, dude, I will literally send it to you right now. Because I'm making a Tengen versus Rengoku video. I record the audio for it, and I was reading back on the fight between Akaza and Rengoku, and dude, in the manga, it's bad. It's really bad. It's wow. He got slaughtered.
I just don't remember.
Yeah, no, he got packed quick. Kind of like. Small tangent, but like, honestly, like, I think Tengen probably would have died too, but I think he would have like given Akaza a big challenge compared to Rengoku. I think Tengen would have had Akaza sweating, honestly. I think Akaza still would have gotten the W, but I think Tengen would have had him pressed for a hot minute.
Interesting. I never saw that much of a difference in their abilities.
Well, the thing is, you gotta think, because Tengen was fighting number 6. He was fighting number 6, poisoned, with immense blood loss, and he was still going crazy. You know what I mean? And you know, I was doing research for this video. I think Tengen is the number 1 in speed, in strictly running speed for the Hashira, which is crazy because Rengoku ran comparable to the speed of a train in the OVA. Now, he's not explicitly stated to be running as fast as a train, but he's on train tracks. If you like look at the angle of what it was like drawn at, the speed is, you know, oh, Rengoku's fucking fast. But if you like, Rengoku is at number 5, by the way, in terms of running speed. Rengoku is at 5, Tengen is at 1. So even if you think, oh, Rengoku's, you know, faster than, I don't fucking know, Muchiro, well, there's still a 1 to 5 gap between him and Tengen. Like, it's crazy. Tengen would beat the shit out of Rengoku. I'm sorry, like, he would. And people misunderstand that scene where Tengen is talking to, like, you know, like in his conscious, he's like, Rengoku, you're so much better than me. What do I do? Whatever. But people don't understand that Tengen literally was like he had all these like self-esteem issues, like especially like considering like his family and his background. He didn't want to end up like his brother did. And so he just like had these like overruling thoughts of failure, and so like him thinking that Rengoku was a better person kind of blended into him thinking that Rengoku was just better than him at everything. But I honestly think you could argue that Rengoku has more skill with the sword. I mean, sure, whatever, but like Tengen is a fucking monster. Like, he literally like took those 2 big ass swords and held it with his fingertips, dude. Like, it's crazy. And he's like a foot taller than Rengoku. Like, it's I'm ranting. I'm sorry, but like it's nah, man, dude, it's crazy because Tengen was getting shit on before the entertainment arc like got animated. People were shitting on Tengen. They were saying he was ass. They were saying Shinobu was better than Tengen, bro. Like, I'm dead ass.
Not by then.
I'm done ranting, but I'll leave it for my video. But I'm telling you,
All right, so what do you think about Chainsaw Man's story, though?
The story? I don't know. It didn't wow me. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't wow me. I don't hate it. I certainly don't hate it. You know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's fun. I would put it like in the same vein as like slightly below like Dragon Ball's story. You know what I mean? Like, I would say Dragon Ball Super. I mean, Dragon Ball Z did a little better narratively. when you start like looking at like just like when Makima like sends like or like fully like has Denji converted as like her dog, whatever the fuck, via the contract, and then he gets the fucking like full power like intestines on his neck, getting kicked to the moon type shit. Like it just, I don't know, it kind of got off the rails for me. Like the art, don't get me wrong, the art is fantastic, and like the whole show is off the rails. Like they literally go to hell, but I don't know. It didn't wow me. I mean, like I get the whole point is like to subvert your expectations for Denji, because like his whole thing is, oh, I just want to kiss a girl, I just want to, you know, feel some boobs, but not this girl that's offering it to me. I want Makima's, but you know, oh shit, I actually want to do it the right way with Makima. You know what I mean? Like it's like the first time a girl ever offered to like kiss him, she straight up barfed in his mouth. You feel what I'm saying? So it's dude, that panel was so fucking weird. When I read it for the first time, I was like, what is happening, bro? I think it'll be, I don't know, the story, I'll probably give it like a 6, I think a 6.5.
Do you think it's overhyped? Oh yeah, well you said
the story. I don't. Yeah, you see, you say that. I don't think so. I think a lot of people would actually agree with me saying the story isn't fantastic. It's the characters that make it. And the story is not again reinventing the wheel or anything. It's just, it's so interesting, and the art is fantastic. The like the concept of devils is crazy. Just, yeah, I don't really see anyone stating that Chainsaw Man's story is like revolutionary or anything. I really don't see that.
Interesting. But do you actually watch the videos that are hyping it up?
I have not. So when they're hyping it up, are they like, what are they saying? Like, are they saying they're like it's the best new gen anime, or like what?
I mean, stuff along those lines. Like I don't actually watch most of those videos because I can predict what they're gonna say. But when I see the titles, they say stuff like Chainsaw Man's gonna change the game. Chainsaw Man's revolutionary.
I mean, in terms of animation, sure. I mean, sure. Like
no, I'm talking about the manga though.
Oh, in terms of story and plot. Wait, what?
Yeah, this was happening before the anime was announced, I believe.
No. no. And like, this is gonna go into a whole other thing. Just because it's a CNN does not make it automatically good. I don't know where the fuck people got this opinion from that like, oh, it's a CNN, it's dark. What'd you say?
It's like elitist opinion, because seinen is made for an older audience. Meanwhile, shonen is made for a younger audience. So people are like, "Oh, this one's more mature." This one.
Oh, they say they have blood. They have look at these like all these fucking like Berserk fans. And don't get me wrong, like Berserk is fine. I've read a little bit of it, but like I don't know, the first like 10 pages, like he's having sex with a demon, and I'm just like, bro, what are we doing here? And just but I'm not gonna get into a whole thing about Berserk, but anyway, like, just because it's CNN does not make it good automatically. You know what is a fantastic CNN that I watched recently? Dude, fucking Vinland Saga. I was floored. I was like, oh my god, because I was in Arizona about 2 months ago, and me and my homie, we went to a bookshop, and I was just looking for some manga. I was looking, like, you know, to cop some new shit, because I have some Shaman King I need to finish reading, and so I was like, okay, well, I need to cop some new shit. I want to see. And so I saw Vinland Saga. I think there were like 3 other things I wanted to see. I wanted to start Tokyo Ghoul and like I think like maybe Darling in the Franxx. I don't remember, but like they didn't have the first volume or first edition of them. The only one they had was Vinland Saga. And I was like, okay, well, I heard some stuff about Vinland Saga. I was like, okay, so you know, I'll check it out. Dude, I read like the first 2 chapters. I said, no, I gotta watch this ASAP. Watched the first season, dude. I was floored. I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. And that, I feel like, is what the CNN genre is for every single, like,
and it's a demographic.
Yeah. Like when people like talk about, oh, CNN, it's always peak. It's shit's on shonen. I mean, I feel like they're mainly talking about stuff like that, where like the quality is at the best. You have your good action, but you have these multi-layered characters, and these, you know, real intricate stories. And intricate also doesn't have to be boring as well. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what anime's like plot is just super like contrived. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But yeah, intricate doesn't mean good either. And I definitely feel like Vinland Saga struck the right balance of that, because I fell in love with that as soon as like the first like couple episodes.
Yeah, it was a great anime. Although I don't think season 2 will be nearly as exciting.
It's not gonna be as hype, but it's gonna be more character focused and character driven, because it's the farm arc.
Oh, so you've read it as well?
I have not. I know about it, but like, I don't know if you do this, but like, it's like I see a character and I'm like, oh, like, okay, that's really cool, and they have like an ability or something, and I'll like look up like what their ability is or something on fandom or like Wikipedia or something.
A wiki surfer.
Yep, and I'll like just see, I'll like glance and like see something, you know what I mean, and that leads me down another rabbit hole. So like, I've glanced, dude. I'll be up to like 2 hours straight, just like,
relatable.
Dude, I'll be up to like 2 hours straight, just reading up on shit.
2 hours.
No, dude, dude, it's bad. I get so invested, but I'm like trying not to spoil myself, but I end up getting spoiled. I'm terrible with it, but yeah, like I looked at a little bit of information on the farm arc. I know it's the farm arc. I know it's slower paced, whatever. I know a lot of it's focused on Thorfinn's development. But that's about all I know. I don't really know like the names of characters or anything like that. But yeah.
Okay. All right. We can move on. Spy X Family. What are your thoughts on that? That's an anime coming.
I like it. I like it. I really enjoy it. Fan base can be really, really fucking weird. And if I'm tired of blocking people on Twitter because they make fan art of Anya, and like because you
that.
I'll look up, so like I'm used to like looking up like Sonic fan art or some shit, right? And just seeing some like explicit shit, like whatever, you know what I mean? Because like you have very, very talented people that just, I don't know, man, they
misuse their talents.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to say that. I mean, yes, you know what I mean, but like, I mean, hey, whatever gets them pills paid, like I understand, but also for like Sonic and Shadow, it's weird, but I mean, sure, man, who gives a shit? But like, nah, man, when they start like making jokes about like Anya and shit, I'm like, no, you're getting blocked. Don't just say this like really just creepy, vulgar shit, like nothing I want to repeat, but it's just like very gross shit about a 6-year-old. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm tired of seeing shit like that. And people say they're joking, and a lot of people are just, being edgy just to get a rise and a reaction out of people. But I like it. Like, as I've gotten older, I don't have the patience for that kind of shit anymore. I'll just like, I
don't know how you're on Twitter.
Dude, it's so weird. Like, I hated it before, and then like I just started following a couple like people. I'm like, oh, this person makes fan art. Oh, this person likes this game, or oh, like this hashtag's cool. And then like it develops, and then like mostly like my Twitter feed just consists of like memes, anime news, fucking video game news, and I would say that's a lot of it. Like, I'm not like into like any like super political shit or anything. Like I just be having a good time and like looking at memes and shit. So I mean, honestly, like Twitter's not that serious, but like I love oh my god, I love when seeing like
toxic though.
It's very toxic. I love people just get the dog shit beat out of them in the replies though. It nothing warms my heart. I saw something like someone was talking about She-Hulk, and they were talking about how like the main actress, they said she was like, someone said she looks like a foot, which is just like absolutely ridiculous. Like, that woman is gorgeous, by the way. Like that woman, the woman that plays She-Hulk is fine. And then someone said,
2D women.
Yeah, you said nothing on 2D women. Is that what you just said? But that's fucked up. But no, and then someone replied to him and said, you said someone looks like a foot when it looks like you should have been shot into a sock. And oh my god, I laughed so hard. He's like seeing shit like that. I'm just like, yes. Oh man. And then I don't know. Dude, I ratioed somebody. Do you know what ratio is on Twitter?
Oh yeah, yes.
Dude, I ratioed
on Twitter before.
Dude, I ratioed the fuck out of this dude. What did he even say? He said some shit. He was like, because spoilers, but Daredevil showed up in the recent She-Hulk episode.
She-Hulk.
Oh, dude. Oh my god, dude. I knew Daredevil was gonna show up, and I was still so excited. I like, as soon as like whatever, what's his face was like, or the judge was like, "Oh, where's your lawyer?" And then her designer was like, "Oh, I'm not an idiot. He'll be here." And then he walked in the courtroom. I started screaming at like 3 a.m. I was like, "Ah, holy shit!" Because like, dude, Daredevil is like one of my favorite shows like of all time. Like that shit's like goated in my opinion. And I loved seeing him in No Way Home for like the 2 minutes he was there. But actually like seeing him like on the silver screen again and just hearing his voice and shit, like I love that man. If I could find Charlie Cox, if he had a social media, I would be like just like sending fan cams all the time. I wouldn't actually. I'm joking. I'm joking, but you know what I mean. Like I love Charlie Cox, man. I think he plays the character insanely well, man. His dedication to comic accuracy is fantastic too.
Wait, what do you mean by his? Isn't that the writer's job?
So yes, but there have been multiple instances, and like even people on set have talked about like how like they'll have like certain lines or some certain things they want Daredevil to do, and Charlie will like disagree and be like, "Nah, it's like I forgot what," but there've been like a couple instances, but yeah, he's like, "No, it's not like it should be like this," and I much prefer like that because you'll see like as soon as people. Like celebrities, like they get cast as some superhero, they're all of a sudden they're in the comic book shops and they're reading all their comics from the fucking 40s and shit, you know what I mean? But like Charlie Cox, like, apparently like people were talking about like how he's an actual nerd for this kind of shit, you know what I mean? Like he like lives and breathes it. And so
Andrew Garfield,
dude, oh my god, dude, Andrew Garfield, man, he got such the short end of the stick, dude, because his Spider-Man's fantastic. I love his Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love the movies too.
Do you think the movies are overhated, or do you think that they are right where they are? You think so you don't think that those movies are where they should be, like critique wise? You just have a soft spot for them. Like explain it to me.
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't watch them when they were coming out because personally they were poorly advertised. I didn't even know they existed until a while later. And I recently watched them this year, and I was like, why were people hating on this? This was actually really good. I didn't see I didn't understand the hate.
I understand. I think the Lizard was a little underdeveloped. I think the Lizard like the whole I'm gonna turn everybody into lizards thing. Like it's fucking stupid. Like I get it though. You know what I mean?
It's like a comic world.
Oh yeah. And I was not in love. I definitely just did not like the what's his face's Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I forgot his name.
I don't know his name.
But that suit in Amazing Spider-Man 2 was gorgeous. I love that suit. The big expressive eyes, and that's another thing too, with like Andrew Garfield, like I don't know if you've seen, but there's this like certain GIF where like there is no audio whatsoever, but you can tell what he's saying. Like his body expressions are so on point. Like people said like Andrew Garfield was like the highest budget theater kid they could have possibly hired. And I mean, I agree, man. I think he did fantastic. He's British too, for some reason. I don't know where all these Brits are coming from. These American comic movies. I don't care. It's funny.
I think he had the best acting out of the three, to be honest.
I might have to agree with you. And don't get me wrong. Do I think Tom Holland is bad? No, God no. I think now the Tom Holland hate has died down. I do think Tobey Maguire. I think his Spider-Man was a little too soft is no. Well, I mean, everybody was old in that fucking movie. I mean, dude, Flash Thompson was a fucking 40-year-old man with a mortgage. Like, the fuck you talking about? But I think they played too. I think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man played too heavily in the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't know. Whenever people talk about Tobey Maguire, they don't talk about his flaws a lot, and I really think that whenever it comes time to critique Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and Tom Holland's Spider-Man, they bring up their critiques kind of a bit more. Part of that also is the nostalgia glasses. The rose tinted glasses.
True.
But like take for example fucking like Peter and Spider-Man 3, like him like dancing and becoming an asshole when he has the symbiote, like it's a huge meme. But even when like in Spider-Man 2 where they're like there's like some robbery going on and he just keeps walking by, there's like a whole montage of him just like minding his own business. It's not until like there's like fire and like people are about to die that he does something. Like that's a character flaw. Like he felt like he's like, well, that's not my business. That's not my problem. That's them. You know what I mean? I feel like people don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I don't think that any of the Spider-Man are bad. I love each and every single one of them. I was like one of the people like putting a cape on for Tom Holland, saying that like I think he's great. You know, he looks the youngest, he feels the youngest, he feels the most inexperienced and not the most realistic. Do I love the direction that they went for not the whole Iron Boy Jr., but you know what I mean, like the Iron Man mentorship? No, I don't love that.
I feel like he suffered because he was part of the MCU.
I can understand. I can understand where you're coming from with that. I would just have, if we had known that No Way Home was the end of his arc, I really think that it would have softened a lot of people up, because a lot of people kind of got this in hindsight that like he had to, it was a gradual. I mean, look, you in what first like hour of the Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, like he has great power, great responsibility, blah blah blah. Like he says that he lives and breathes it, and then you look at the Tom Holland films where he has to learn, okay, I can't just be revealing my identity to everybody. Oh, like this technology, whatever that Mr. Stark gave me, I can't be giving that to everybody else either. Like in Far From Home. And then like Spider-Man 3, it's the whole responsibility thing, the weight, you know, losing people. Like when we lost Aunt May, it's just like, damn, like this superhero shit is terrible. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. I'm just saying it's like a long arc.
Yes, it's the long con. I think that's where a lot of that Tom Holland hype or that Tom Holland hate kind of died down at the end of No Way Home. What were we even talking about? I don't remember.
We were talking about Spike's family. Then we moved on to Twitter.
Yeah.
We went to, I think that's where we got. Oh, you went to She-Hulk because you're talking about people getting roasted.
Yeah.
And then from She-Hulk, we went to Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can rant about hours about shit. I control myself.
The conversation more interesting.
Right.
I thought Spy Family was all right. I mean, I remember reading it because people were hyping it up back when I was on Twitter, and the anime wasn't out. I was like, yo, this is garbage. This is overrated. And then I watched the anime because one of my friends was like, yo, this show was really good, and I love the opening and ending, and that's a usual draw for me to the stories. And
I feel like openings are underrated. I definitely feel like openings are underrated, because I'll ask somebody what their favorite opening is, and they'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like I always skip that. I'm like, bro, like I get it. Like there are certain ones. Like I feel like My Hero kind of has an opening problem. Like I think someone said like the third My Hero opening was like the best. I don't remember. None of the My Hero openings.
Oh, you don't remember any of them?
I really don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. I mean, I remember.
I remember all of them.
I think I remember the one from season 3. I remember the one from last season for the first core. The whoa, it's alright. I remember that one. I like that one. I don't know. I don't
remember that one.
Really? I don't know.
Roundabout? Was it called Roundabout?
Yeah, that one. Because I have it in my Spotify.
Yeah, that's the one I don't like. Oh.
Dude, One Punch Man has some fantastic openings. Oh my god.
That's one good opening. What do you mean?
What? The second one was fire too. What are you talking about? One Punch Man?
Was it?
Yes. Hard disagree. Season 2 of One Punch Man was not as bad as people say. One Punch Man season 1 was at such a One Punch Man season 1 was at such a high bar, and then they changed studios for whatever reason. Money, the lack of production team, whatever. Season 2 came out. Season 2 was not bad. I don't know where the fuck people got this idea that season 2 One Punch Man was bad. Dude, Garo is one of my favorite like anti-villains or like anti-heroes. Yeah. Oh, dude. Cosmic Fear, Garo, and all that shit. Oh yeah.
Season 2, he kind of saved the season. Like his fight against Tank Top, that was the first time I was like, wait a second. This might actually start getting good animation. And then his fight against like the 6 heroes.
Bro, that shit was crazy. Dude, watching that like week to week, I was like, hey, yo, bro, that was nuts. Oh my God. We started packing up that dude looked like Gohan. Dude, I was crying laughing. Dude, oh man. Dude, season 3 of One Punch Man, it's gonna like, we're not gonna get Cosmic Fear Garo and all that shit, but like, it's gonna get real, bro. Like, I'm super excited, man.
I'm a little bit iffy on Cosmic Fear Garo because like at first I could get with the fighting styles. So like, oh, we get inspiration from something in our surroundings and we kind of use a little bit superhuman martial arts, but then he gets like cosmic powers. He can make space portals. And
Yeah,
stuff.
Bang is literally like, what the fuck is this? Like, nah.
The fight's still epic. I mean, that's not even my favorite fight of that arc. My favorite has to be
Not Bang Blast, sorry.
Genos and Drive Knight versus what's her name, Psychos.
Yeah.
Orochi.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that like giant like not serpent thing was. I know what you're talking about. Murata's art, by the way, is godly. What in the hell? Like, do people found out that he has assistants? But like, literally every fucking mangaka does. And like, people are like, oh my god, he's a fraud. He sucks. Like, this man like animates some shit in his spare time. Dude, I'm serious. Dude, I've read some of the most stupid shit.
Saitama.
You said
Sonic versus Saitama in the manga the first time, Speed of Sound Sonic, when he was bouncing around, it looked like animation. There's a gif of it, and it looks like an anime.
I don't know why, but when you said that, I thought you meant like Archie Sonic versus Saitama, and Archie Sonic would beat the dog shit out of Saitama. It's not even funny. Like, it's bad. Archie Sonic is crazy. But anyway, yeah, dude, no, Murata is crazy. Of One Punch Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're up to date. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thoughts on it overall?
People don't like the fact that, like, Garo was like, oh shit, like I became the bad guy. I mean, like, I don't mind it at all. I mean, it's like it's not a gag manga. What is the correct term for it?
I think it's parody.
It's parody, you know what I mean? Like, the whole thing is like, you can have serious moments, absolutely, sure, but like, even Garo wanting to become a villain in the first place, he's like, the villains, they don't get any love. This is some bullshit. Like, that's a caricature, right? And so like, I don't mind, man.
His backstory, it kind of fleshes it out.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't mind. I don't mind. I think a lot of people take this shit way too serious. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When it doesn't require it. Like, when it doesn't, not everything requires an insane level of like emotional depth. That's why a lot of people flock to Dragon Ball, like, for keeping it a buck. Like, because Dragon Ball, it's like boxing, and I'm probably actually gonna make this like a separate video on my channel, but like, dude, Dragon Ball is like, take away the nostalgia, it's not, I'm gonna watch what I say, because someone's gonna clip this and send this to me in like a year or two. But like, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. You take off those nostalgia glasses, you take off that Toonami at 9 p.m. I don't know, man. You compare Dragon Ball, man. I don't know. It's not. I don't want to say it's bad, because it's certainly not. But you compare it to some other shit, like, ugh.
I don't know. I think you have to read the manga, because when I was going back and reading the Dragon Ball Z manga,
Even still,
like, research, it was so fast paced, and I was like, this is insane. How is it moving this quickly?
I don't know. I'm gonna watch what I say, but I'll leave this up for one of my own videos. But I got some strong opinions. Like, I will dead ass say, like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, Dragon Ball's choreography is absolute dog shit compared to Jujutsu Kaisen's. It's absolute ass. Like, and don't, like, even fucking, not even Jujutsu Kaisen, but like, look at, I don't know, something like, what's the other fighting manga or something, like, even like Soul Eater, sure. Soul Eater, fucking I don't know, not Demon Slayer, that's weapons, like Baki or some shit. Like, you look at the fight choreography with that, like, I mean, dude, Dragon Ball is not touching it. Like, what martial arts do they, like, not say they do in Dragon Ball, because obviously, you know, Goku, you know, Turtle School and all that shit. But it's just like, even like, it's like nowadays, it's just like straightforward punches, kicks, ki blasts, occasional Kamehameha, scream power up. You know what I mean? Like,
Occasional Kamehameha.
Oh yeah. I want them to strip it back, take it back. This is a wet dream of mine. Wet dream. I know people would hate this. Like, it's never gonna happen. Like, this isn't like some like alternate universe. If they stripped away ki and they start from scratch, like what GT was trying to do when they tried to make Goku a kid again, like, they just like not like they didn't do that in GT with stripped away the ki, but like, if they made like the Shadow Dragons a legit threat, like a holy shit, like, we should not have been like toying around with these Dragon Balls. And like, I feel like kind of touched on this as superhero, where like Piccolo was like, why are you using like the dragon for this superficial ass wish, just like do some squats or some shit. But like, you strip away ki, you have the side characters actually be able to do something, because like, for the past what, 7, 8, 9 arcs it's been the Goku and Vegeta show. Wait till Goku and Vegeta get here, bro. That's just not interesting. You know what I mean? And the Saiyan Saga's to blame for this, obviously. Even as far as like the Demon King Piccolo saga, because obviously everybody got beat the fuck up until Goku got there. But it's just dude, like Tien, I love Tien. I think Tien's super interesting. What has he done, bro? Like he started some. Yeah, I mean he got his arm blown off by Nappa, and he hit fucking Cell with a tri-beam so hard that Cell just got real pissed. Like, nah, bro. Like, I mean, he distracted Boo tanks for a second. Sure, whatever. Nah, man. Krillin. I mean, the most Krillin has done was a bag 18. That was about it. I mean, he also kicked Cell Max in the face, which is a crazier feat than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has, but that's a whole other discussion. Because I'm not a power scaler, but yeah.
You sure about that?
Am I? What?
That you're not a power scaler.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not like out here crunching numbers and shit. But like
I don't know that Tengen versus what Goku sounded like.
I'm not gonna put a label on myself. I'm look, because the moment I do that, I'm gonna have some fucking nerd in the comments. Well, actually, Daffy, if you were a real power scaler, you would know that Naruto's Baryon mode is the force of 1,000 nukes or some bullshit. Like I care. Like you know what I mean? Like, nah, man. I'm just but it's just like I don't know. I'm a nerd. I love this. I love talking about this kind of shit. But like, nah, I'm not like Seth the programmer. I'm not here like looking at like research theories and shit like that. I'm not doing that.
Have you seen the Blue Lock episode 1?
I have not. That just dropped, didn't it?
Yeah, today.
Yeah. Okay. I heard some stuff about it. That's soccer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah. I saw some crazy shit. Like I saw like a couple manga panels. Some dude saying he's gonna kill someone else, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? I'm like, wait, what? Like even like in like Haikyuu, they never talked about like outright killing somebody. Like the most they did in Haikyuu, like in the manga, is like they had that like panel of like Hinata and Nenma, whatever the fuck that.
Yeah, Kenma, the guy, right?
Yeah. Like they have like knives at their throats because they're going so hard in the match.
Food Wars. Yeah.
Like it was an expression. They never said they were gonna kill each other. I'm like, holy shit. Also, I hate fan translations. I genuinely, again, super random. I hate fan translations, dude. They're so bad most of the time. It's, oh my god.
Example.
There were some fans like, so you like, like the old like Ultimate Gohan meme where he's talking to Super Boo and he's like, no, I'm gonna kill you, you insert slur for the mentally challenged, you know what I mean? There's that. Then there's there's also there was some scans, I think, when Cell or like Vegeta did the final flash on Cell, and he called Cell a candy ass something. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just, like there's just, these fan scans get so edgy. I'm like, what is going? What? Why?
It's not edgy.
What? No, it's candy ass blankety blank slur. Like I'm obviously not gonna say it. Yeah.
Slur?
Yes. And I'm like. I'm not.
First letter.
I'm not. No. I'm not getting clapped. No, that's bait. I'm not getting clapped. It's this term we would never use for gay people. But yeah, dude. Dude. It's. Dude, they were.
If you say that.
Dude. People are tripping with these fan scans. They are. Matter of fact, let me look up one right now. I'm actually curious because they are god awful. Let me look up bad fan scans manga. Because I think Naruto's some pretty bad ones. Now, Dragon Ball I think is the worst from what I've seen. Damn it. I don't even know. JoJo isn't that bad from what I've seen.
What are you talking about?
You think JoJo's...
4 or 5 was like unreadable when it came to fan scans.
Really? I didn't read those fan scans. What was so bad about them?
You gotta look at the memes. Like there's the one image of Kira eating the you know what? Let me just look.
The finger. Oh, was it the one? I think I saw some copy pasta and shit on Reddit where he's like, it's like him like eating the sandwich with a finger in it or some shit and sucking on it. Yeah. I think I saw something about that. I think it. Yeah. I used to spend a lot of time on the JoJo subreddit. Cause I used to like make memes and shit over there, and then I stopped because I hit the age of 21 and I realized what I was doing. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with making memes. There's absolutely nothing wrong with making memes and enjoying yourself and having fun. But I was on that bitch like every day, like refreshing constantly, and I was like, oh, I have no life. I need to stop. But yeah, man, that fan translation.
Those had terrible translations. Now they are good. Like part 8, it has good translations.
Bro, I'll be damned if I read part 8. I'm not reading part 8. I tried. I said, what the hell is going on? Nah. Bro, I was so confused. I was like, it's just, I don't know why, just the way Araki draws shit now. Like, it's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. I don't know, it was really hard for me to follow. I'm like, what in the hell? Like, don't even get me started on the abilities of part 8 stand users. That shit is nuts.
I like some of them. Maybe like half.
Spin is so fucking random.
You were able to get through part 7, but not part 8?
D4C is not that complicated. It's not.
No, that's not what I'm talking. I'm saying that the beginning of part 7 was boring. I think I read like the first chapter and then I dropped it for like maybe a week.
Oh, nigga, you think I read that shit, bro? I scan that shit on fandom, bro. The fuck are you on? Fuck you mean? You think I got time for that?
Wait, what?
Fuck you mean, bro? Bro, part 7, the beginning of part 7, bro, fuck, nah, hell no. The beginning of that race, nah, I scanned that. I did a quick little skim, little easy bib. Nah, I'm good off that. I ain't got time like that. But I did read Johnny versus whatchamacallit. It was Who Shot Johnny. It was Who Shot Johnny Joestar. I read that.
Who Shot You?
Yeah, and then Johnny versus Funny Valentine. I read that. But yeah, no, I ain't got time like that. Funny enough, I know what happens at the end of part 6, like with Made in Heaven and shit. And that's actually another video I'm gonna do. But like the in between of part 6, I don't know what the hell happens. Like I knew Jolene got locked up, and that was all I knew. Like going into part 6, like I knew she was Jotaro's daughter. I knew.
Hold on. So you read a summary of part 7 before part 6?
I don't remember, but I think, dude, I'm telling you, it's these Wikipedia fandom rabbit holes. I'm telling you, I'm weird. I'm so weird. I cannot explain my thought process to you.
I mean, I can understand reading on like the wikis or the fandoms, but like skipping parts, nah, man.
Son, cause I was like, I'm skipping around. It's weird. Like I was like, who the fuck is this Johnny kid? I was like, why is his name John? Like Johnny, Joe, or whatever the fuck, or Jonathan. Like, yeah, I was like Johnny, Jonathan. I was like, oh, is this the same dude? That I look and I'm like, hey, wait, what the hell? I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, hey, yo, and then I was like, oh, and I see what happened at the end of part 6, but then like I don't know what happens beforehand. Like I saw what I think I read like the I think I saw up until like Jolene's like second fight or some shit in prison, and then like I had no idea what happens in the middle. Like this next upcoming batch, like I have no idea what's gonna happen until like the very end. But yeah, I can't explain my thought process to you. I wish I could, but I can't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so what about Hero Academia? You read or watch that?
Ooh, dude, I don't know, man.
You don't know if you read or watch?
No. I'm caught up with the manga, and I'm watching it as well. I'm saying just like my overall thoughts of it. It's just.
I see.
I don't know, man.
Before the war, because that's where people.
Before the war.
Say that
so before this current season.
Yes.
Okay. I think My Villain Academia was fantastic. I did not like. I can't stand these fucking training arcs they do with these other schools. I can't take it. The only person I like from these other schools is Tetsu. That's it. I could give a shit less about what's his name, Shino, whatever the fuck the dude's name is with the voice so he can like mimic shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
We do not care. Mushroom Girl, we do not care. I do not care.
Scales Girl.
Scales Girl, who the hell are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about like she got introduced like last season or whatever? Yeah. And she had the fight with the what was it?
Kuko.
Yeah. I don't care. Like dude, I'm telling you, it's these big casts. I don't care. You throw all these people at me. Who are you? What do you want? Why? You know what I mean? Like just nah. I loved My Hero season 3, that was probably my favorite. I mean, 1,000,000%, Midoriya was some of the hypest shit, like, ever. Like, obviously, like, you know, we know he wasn't going, you know, a 1,000,000%, but like, you know, it was the war cry or whatever, and then seeing, you know, All Might versus All for One, dude, I was like a little kid. I was screaming, All Might, just like getting hype. I was like, oh shit, they hit that United States of Smash. I actually think the English dub is actually better there. Chris Sabat does a fantastic job. I actually think the English dub is better there than the Japanese. That's just my opinion.
I haven't heard it.
It's pretty good actually. It's really good. I don't know. I
hear the same voices.
What you say?
I get tired of hearing the same voices in the dub, like if it's Funimation.
Fuck yeah. Who's the dude that plays, was it Bryce whoever that plays Eren and Inosuke? Well, because he's everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, he plays Sao Kirito as well.
Yeah.
He plays Meliodas as well.
Yeah. Roy, what's his face? He plays Tengen, he plays Roy Mustang. Travis Willingham. How do you feel about Matthew Mercer in like American animation?
I've heard of that name.
He plays he's the voice of Cassidy in Overwatch. He's in like a bunch of shit. Like Troy Baker, he's everywhere in terms of video games. But yeah, I mean honestly, dude, nah, man, My Hero, man, I don't know. They fumbled the bag so hard last season. I mean, the training switching the order instead of My Villain Academia first to then the training arc. I mean, I get it, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to end on some family drama. Who cares? Who is Dobby? Even though everyone knows from like season 2. Like, you know,
they're not good at hiding it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a super complex show, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I like seeing like Midoriya go down his like darker path post war, but these training arcs are killing me, man. Like even this like last episode, like just the change in shift from like seeing like Mirko kick all this ass to then like Mineta just like fucking around, and like I'm not like, nah, man.
Yeah, it's like they lose momentum and like a
so easy, man, so easy, and it just becomes, and then like Midoriya like becoming like baby Superman with all these fucking quirks, like like god damn, bro, like like just the power creep, like he would body everybody in his class, dude, like so hard.
He would have done that before.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw his fight with, you know, Bakugo, and he wasn't even going 100% when he fought him in the street at the end of season 3, and that was before he learned.
100%.
Exactly, like that was just him going like 20%. I think like maxed out at 25 in that fight or some shit. Or was he still at 15? I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't think he was at 20. 15 was.
I think he was at 15. Yeah.
That's gentle though.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, that gentle shit. Oh my god, what was the point of that? Has he shown up in the manga since? I don't think he has.
No. I remember being on Twitter and I was like, Gentle was a wasted villain, and people were like, oh, but he's gonna come back, and I was like, all right, so
you can't. For who?
Emphasizing it right now,
bro. And then the fact that the girl, don't even get me started on the author, bro. Like the author, he's been on some nut shit before, like how like Momo has been sexualized and all this other stuff. Like he's always been weird. Did you see the like he drew Invisible Girl like butt ass naked on the cover of the next volume? Did you see that? I was like, bro, what is happening? I'm like, oh, bro, just weird shit. And then motherfuckers in the comment section, like, I'm like, this is weird. This is super weird. And then they were like, oh, it's just a drawing. Relax. I'm just like, it's a drawing of a supposedly 15-year-old girl. What the fuck do you mean to tell me to relax?
I mean,
nah, bro.
Video on that one day. I have a script written out already, prepared, just ready, just in the chamber, you know.
My man,
ready for that kind of stuff.
And people will make the thing is, people make the excuse, oh well, fucking Dragon Ball, fucking Bulma was flashing Goku her panties. It was weird then too. Like Akira Toriyama's a fucking weirdo, bro. Like Akira Toriyama's a fucking nut. Like Look at his design for Mr. Popo, fucking Killer, fucking Mr. Black. Like, bro, that shit it doesn't.
Hold on. Mr. Popo is not black. I just need to make that clear because people keep making that mistake.
You motherfucker, you know exactly what I mean. You know exactly what I mean.
It's supposed to be a chin. You look at his outfit, you know he's not black.
Yeah, they got
People always tripping over that, and it's like just do a little bit of research.
Nah. You know exactly what that is. You know exactly.
Bro. Nah, I'm not gonna defend Pokemon's Jin. Is that what the character's name was?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, is it Jinx? Yeah, I think it's Jinx or whatever. No, they're both bad. They're both terrible. They're both god awful. Killa. Okay, look up Killa from Dragon Ball and defend that shit to me. Do it right now.
In process. I mean,
nah.
His lips. Is that what your problem?
It's the lips. It's the way he speaks. He's hood. He's a street ruffian. Nah, bro. I'm good off that. I'm good.
I mean, the lips definitely look like blackface, but like, I mean, I don't know how he speaks. I don't remember that.
It's bad. I will always shout out fucking Araki for knowing how to draw niggas in anime and manga, bro. Like my boy Muhammad Abdul, fucking Smokey, bro. They never looked like caricatures. They look like real people, and he was drawing that shit back in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, fucking.
That was Dragon Ball as well. Yeah. Dragon Ball was 84. JoJo was 87.
Yeah, but like it's just. I mean, I am glad to see more black representation in anime too. As much as some people hate it for some fucking reason. Even dude, like
I just don't really care.
I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Like it's like it's kind of similar to like in it. Really?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be on that wave where I was like hyper pro diversity and stuff like that, and then I'm like, I mean, if the character is good, the character is good. It doesn't matter what they physically look like. Like I didn't need people to look like me when I was a kid. But then I started getting indoctrinated, and people started telling me, "Oh, you need characters that look like you." And I started believing. I'm like, "Yeah, I need characters that look like me." And then I got out of it. I was like, "I don't need that."
I understand what you're saying. I get that. And you know, is it a requirement all the time? No, God no. I mean, different stories are set in different places. I don't think there's a single black person in Ranking of Kings. I don't think. No. And that's it. In Ranking of Kings, so Sama Ranking
Kings. Oh,
yeah. And that story is fantastic, but it's not integral to the story. Why I start having an issue is when you have black characters that are caricatures. That's where I start having an issue, because you're trying. It's not even you're trying for diversity. You're just making us look bad. You know what I mean? And so,
what do you mean by caricature, though?
So when I
actually give examples.
Let me see. So Mr. Popo, but like, he's not black, but you know what I mean. They use the blackface. I have to think off the top of my head. Let me think about in Western media. That'd probably be easier. So in Western media, you'll think about like a lot of characters that like so for example, like one of my favorite archetypes is like the fucking Red Power Ranger from Power Rangers SPD. This is a super like random reference, but like, yeah, stay with me. Like he was like a street rat. He was a quote unquote ruffian, and then like he got indoctrinated by fucking like military propaganda, and now he's the Red Ranger. You know what I mean? It's like the whole like street rat, like, they know the ins and outs of the law. They know how to help people. They know how to help the people on the down low. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. It's stuff like that. When it fails super hard. I'd have to do some more research, because I'm thinking about all this at the top of my head, and I want to speak out of ignorance.
Yeah. But
part of it is like, it's also like Static Shock was like such a big thing for me as a kid. Like, dude, Static Shock is crazy. Like he's a badass dude. And like, do you ever watch the show, like the old show?
Nah.
Oh, it's got some good stuff in there. It's
JLU though.
Yeah. Oh, dude, fucking Justice League Unlimited, bro. That period for DC animated wise was fire nonstop. You had Teen Titans. I'm saying Teen Titans, Justice League Unlimited, Static Shock, the Batman, bro. They were going crazy in the early 2000s. I mean,
I don't think that's not going to be possible again. You can't match that.
Oh hell no. I mean, if they're doing, I don't even say okay with their animated movies now. I mean, those sales are pretty ass if they're all direct to video. I mean, I don't know, man.
Start with TV shows. Like, stop the movies.
Oh, bro, don't get me started on the TV shows, bro. I can't. I can't. The CW just needs to go under, please, please. I need someone to like put an EMP in every single CW like filming site, and then have all their data just wiped. So like the CW has nothing. They have nothing. Dude, the CW is. I can't. It's not their fault. They're literally just so poor. They can't afford good writers. Like, bro, how the fuck is the Flash so fast in season 1 that he accidentally made a tsunami go away and he ran back in time, but fucking Captain Cold goes around a corner at 10 miles an hour. Guys, I looked over the entire city. I can't find it. Like, what? Oh, bro, I'm getting hot. I'm getting upset. Oh my god, I will leave this call right now. Don't play with me. I
saw season 1.
Oh my god. What? Bro, Edge does not mean good. Having Robin put fucking grip pliers on someone's nutsack is not good writing. I'm not Batman. I'm not Batman's sidekick. I'm gonna bust this window open and drag your face on this sharded glass. Fuck Batman. I'm my own man. I'm Nightwing. I wear spandex. Bro, who gives a shit? Oh my god, bro. Beast Boy only having two animals that he can use. Sure, man, whatever. Raven, her dad being Satan, but like shoving that imagery in your face over and over again in season 1 because she couldn't act for shit. That's not even her fault. She's a young actress, whatever. The whole Hawk and Dove shit, I really don't care. They're both insufferable in my opinion. Oh my.
Or a stripper?
I don't know. No, I don't think she probably is. I don't fucking know. Don't even get me started how they treated Red Hood in season 2, man. Oh my god, Jason Todd is such a little fucking dickhead in that show. Like he is so unreliable. The thing about God, you got me going on the rant again. But the thing about Jason Todd in the comics is that he was like abrasive, but like he was still a good kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like he still wanted to do the right thing, but he just had a temper on him. Like in Titans, he's just a prick. Like he's not fun to be around. No one wants to be around him. He's just annoying. And then when he got killed off and they got brought back as Red Hood, he at no point was I intimidated when he was Red Hood. Dude, did you ever watch the Batman Under the Red Hood animated film?
Nah.
Oh, bro, that shit is fire. That shit is fire front to back. It's so fire. They had Jensen Ackles play the voice of Red Hood. He played Soldier Boy. He was Dean in Supernatural. Dude, oh my god, that film is fantastic. But anyway, it's just like you gotta check it out. But anyway, they had it's just like Red Hood was just never threatening, dude. And then Slade, I can't say that fucking show, man. The fucking stupid ass blue DC filter that they refuse to throw away for some reason. Whatever, man. I need DC to get their shit together. I mean, they're bringing back Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman because they realize Marvel's beating the dog shit out of them. So they're like, oh, we gotta do something. But Black Adam's, yeah. And then Black Adam's gonna fail so hard. I don't want to manifest that or whatever the fuck people say now, but Black Adam looks so ass.
They need to go back to focusing on the cartoons like they were in the back in the days.
I'm telling you, man. Bro. Look at every shot in the Black Adam trailers. It's literally just, but Black Adam, you can be more than this. You can be better. Heroes don't kill. I'm not a hero. And just the same like stoic look on his face. It like like DC excels when they try to tell self-contained stories, when there's no like cinematic universe, none of that shit. Like that's why the Batman was fantastic. That's why Joker was fantastic.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like do your own thing, right? You don't have to. You know what I mean?
There's too much pressure.
Exactly.
Cinematic universe.
Yes, especially on the writers too, because they're like, well, fuck, man. Like I can't have the satisfying conclusion I wanted to have. I gotta have, I don't fucking know. Martha Wayne visits Arkham Penitentiary when you see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker running around or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Like just, Yeah, I don't know, man. Also super interesting. I heard Werewolf by Night is fantastic. I heard that is fire. It dropped on Disney Plus. I heard it's crazy.
Who did you hear it from though?
I heard like I've been seeing like on Twitter, Reddit. It's got like a 96 on Metacritic from audience and critic scores. Apparently that shit's crazy.
Man, I don't trust any of those, man.
I don't like. I liked the first Venom, so and people hated that movie. I liked it a lot actually.
Oh, that one.
I liked it. I didn't like the second Venom, but I actually liked the first one. But no, it gives me like a general idea of what people think. Obviously, form your own opinions. That's the whole point. But nah, man, I've heard it's fire. I gotta go check that out. Like it's like same thing with She-Hulk. Like people like fucking like hate She-Hulk for some fucking reason. Like
Nah, that's where I lost some of those people because there are some people I follow and they're like, let's just say I agree with a lot of what they're saying. Then when they came to She-Hulk, yeah, because they were rightfully trashing stories that I believe were bad. And then when it came to She-Hulk, I felt like they were like, oh, it's woke, therefore it's bad.
oh, the woke.
Even got into it. And when I watched, I was like, it's not even that woke. What are you guys talking about?
The minute you use the word woke, I know you're bullshitting. I know you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. It's just it's a hot word. No, but I'm saying in the context of what is used. I'm saying in the context of what is used. When they're saying like, oh, She-Hulk, it's woke. Why the fuck is she saying that she can control her anger better than Bruce and Bruce's dad fucking killed his mom? They haven't talked about that in the MCU, dickhead. Like, we don't know this. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? And she's allowed to be pissed.
Bring up the dad part like that. That's not in the universe, but I do think that she came off very entitled when she was raging.
Because she's a person. She can feel entitled. Entitled people exist. For some reason, the characters, some of these people, they have this misconception that women need to be perfect all the time if they're in stories, but men for some reason are allowed to have all these character flaws and shit like that. It's fucking weird. It's like BC's people like, oh my god, she wants self-respect. Why is she truck with Megan Thee Stallion? She wants self-respect. Why is she sleeping with all these men? But Tony Stark literally pissed in his suit in Iron Man 2 and was banging all these women back to back to back. People were like, oh my god, Tony, oh. I'm sorry, I'm ranting again, but you know what I mean. Oh my god, dude, it's the lack of consistency. Do I think the humor is great all the time? No, absolutely not. I would definitely not say that. Are some of the characters unlikable? Sure, yeah. I think her designer dude's a bit too unrealistic in terms of like being an asshole. You know what I mean? I think some of the dialogue can be a little cringy, sure, but I overall like it. I don't think it was bad. Same thing with I didn't even hear anything about Miss Marvel. But like people were like, this isn't my Daredevil, this is some bullshit, he's making jokes. Bro, at the end of season 3 of like Daredevil, he's happy. He has Froggy and Karen with him again. Like he's starting up his own, their law firm is like up, it's booming. He beat Wilson fucking Fisk, dude. He sent his ass to prison. He beat his ass. You know what I mean? He beat Bullseye. Well, I mean, Fisk beat Bullseye. He fucking cracked his back on some WWE shit. But you know what I mean? And that's like, he's happy. You know what I mean? And people are like want Daredevil to be this massive edgelord that can't smile. And every time that he has to interact with someone, all you hear is that. Like, I just, oh my God. I'm sorry. These people make me so angry. They make me so irrationally angry.
It becomes so divisive. That's why I don't like being part of a group or being labeled part of any kind of group, because then you kind of just like end up mimicking all of their opinions. Like all of the people who are anti-woke will say all the anti-woke stuff. All the people who are woke will say all the woke stuff. But like when you have your own opinions, you have your own thought, you're not in some kind of circle, you kind of get to think the way you want to think. That's the same reason like I stopped being part of fandoms. I used to be part of Reddit fandoms and I would be on there like every day. But then I started seeing like this herd mentality and I'm like, yo, this is stupid. All of you guys are just repeating the same things. You just have the same opinions. You all sound like sheep.
I got you.
That's why I wouldn't consider myself a part of any fandom.
I understand what you're saying, and it's hard, and it's like the whole like Star Wars fans like being like obscenely nitpicky about every single thing. Like, dude, I wouldn't consider myself in the Sonic fandom, because like I'm exactly what you're saying. Like I'm not a furry. Nothing wrong with being a furry. That's your thing. You do whatever. Like you live your life. But like I'm not like making like all these like weird ass ships like the My Hero Academia fandom. I'm not doing all that Midoriya X Bakugo bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I know what you're saying, but you can be fans of something, but you don't want to be included in the fandom.
Being part of the fandom.
I know what you mean. You want to be.
I'll make content on the story, but like, don't expect me to just only talk about that one story. Don't expect me to have all the same beliefs as most of the people in that fandom have.
Right. It's like you say you're a Dragon Ball fan and you want to sound like one of those dickheads, someone's comments of like an anime fight. But can he be Goku? But can he be Goku? Like, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's interesting, man. I don't know, man. I feel like it's only gonna get worse with time too. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, man. Like when Secret Wars comes out, it's gonna be a mess. Oh my god, people are gonna be. I don't even know, man. It's just I'm not looking forward to the whatever.
There are gonna be people who are saying, "Oh, it's not exactly like the comic." I mean, I can understand that criticism, but you can also try and grade it on its own merits.
What if the comic was ass?
True.
Like, bro, look like Frank Miller's Batman run. There's some good stuff in there, but also Frank Miller can write some hot ass too. But look at the boys. The comic is one of the worst pieces of media I have ever consumed in my fucking life. Garth Ennis is a hack. I will spit this to the day I die. Garth Ennis is a terrible writer. Right? Sure, he made Preacher. Who gives a shit? Sure, he made Punisher Max. Who gives a shit? The Boys and fucking what's that? It's like Reach, Forsaken, whatever. I don't know what it is. It's something about zombies. I forget. But it is. Garth Ennis is just. I can't stand his writing. I'm sorry.
Dang.
I'm so, bro. I'm telling you, dude. It's Garth Ennis is not. Is no. It's just an edgy 14-year-old that's like, Superman's dumb. The concept of good superheroes and good people is dumb. You know what? I'm gonna be as edgy as possible and shock value. It's gonna get you. It's not even like Saw, like shock value. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like gratuitous torture porn. It's literally just like. What's the vibe? What's the most like? It's like it's literally like, what is the most vile thing I can have happen to this person? Ha! This happened. Ha! Aren't you offended? Snowflake. Like it's that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Kind of sounds like Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I don't have an opinion on it.
Oh, okay.
I heard that's fire. Is it good?
Oh, you don't want to hear from me. Nah, I'm of the minority. I think. I didn't like it. Overall, I thought it was mediocre.
Really?
Actually, a little lower than mediocre. Like, a bunch of people love the heck out of it. I thought it was way too slow, way too boring. Nah, man. I could go into a whole rant on that one.
Yeah, I tried watching Lord of the Rings, bro. Niggas gonna get mad at me. I tried watching Star Wars.
It's boring, bro.
I tried watching Star Wars, bro. I couldn't do it. But I love Mandalorian. I love Mandalorian though. Mandalorian's my shit. I love Mandalorian. You feel what I'm saying? What's the other show?
Andor.
I haven't watched Andor. I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett. There's another one. I forgot. There's like something else.
Those were the three.
Yeah, I think I watched a bit of Clone Wars as a kid, but I don't know. I feel like there's something I'm missing. I don't remember. But nah, man, I tried watching Star Wars movies, bro. I went to sleep. I said, nah, I can't do this.
Which one?
I tried watching it in the order it came out, which is
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, and then I tried the prequels first, and I just every time, like whatever, no matter what order I tried, I was just put to fucking sleep, bro. I was, oh my god.
Dang. I mean, I'm of the minority with Star Wars too. I like the prequels much better than than the originals.
You better not get caught saying that kind of shit, bro. People, you blow up, people go, I'll let you live, bro.
I made a video on that one already.
Oh man.
Too late.
Oh man.
But one thing I can't do is probably make a video bashing Game of Thrones, because bro, everyone and their mother likes that story. I don't know why.
Yeah, they clap your channel. You do that shit, dog.
Yeah, they gonna get it deleted.
Yeah. No, that's facts. That's facts. Oh man. What were we talking about? Dude, I don't remember what we were talking about. I think like we were talking about Spy. No, we were talking about Spy X Family. Then we talked to Twitter, and then yeah. All right, next question, because we're like, that was like 45 minutes ago.
All right, Bleach. Are you hyped for the new season, and what did you think of the previous story?
So I think I was trying to catch up. I read the manga. I read the manga up until the end of the substitute, or the Lost Substitute Soul Reaper arc. And then I know what I vaguely know about what happens at the end. Obviously, Ichigo. No, I know. You know, Ichigo fucking lives. Like, no shit. Like, whatever. I don't know about any other character deaths besides that. But only thing I know is that like Yawatch or Yawabaha, how the fuck you say his name, is like he has that. Is it Yuhaba? Is it
Yuha?
Yuha. Okay, is that okay? Because I think in like Bleach Brave Souls or some shit, they like had like a commercial, and that's how they pronounced it. I think.
I remember hearing that. If you go on the wiki and you look at the Romanji, you can see the pronunciation of the Japanese. And the Japanese, they have Yuhabaha. The people in the English, they say it's Yuhabach because the BACH is like Bach.
Okay.
It's like composed or something like that.
Okay, that's interesting. I know some bits and pieces. Just from like, I mean, fucking what it ended? What 6, 5? No, it was like 7.
Like 2014.
Yeah. So I mean, I know some stuff. I know some stuff. I am hyped though. I'm excited. Bleach, you know, it suffered from, you know, the early 2000s shonen, you know, monthly series where the pacing was just ass. Animation wasn't up to par sometimes. So I have watched all of the canon episodes up until the end of the last Shinigami arc. I haven't watched any of the filler episodes. I'm not watching the bounce shit and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I have a really weird relationship with Bleach because I like it a lot in certain aspects, but I also think it fails in a lot of departments, man. I really do. Like Ikkaku's Bankai, we only saw it one time in
Actually, we saw it twice, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
What was the second time?
The second time he got knocked out off screen while using it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he only got like one chance to use it, and it was against whatever fucking Arankar that was. Like I don't even remember their names. It was like the very it was like the very beginning, before they went to Hueco Mundo. It's like where Ichigo was getting his ass beat by Grimjo.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like Ichigo, like he's a cool protagonist. I like him. I do. I think his character is more interesting than his abilities and fights. Personally, I'm gonna keep that shit 100% honest. And I said something similar. Like bro, like Ichigo has nothing interesting in his kit, bro. Like he's at least Naruto. He got the Rasengan. He's got the Shadow Clone Jutsu. But like he used to do some crazy shit back in the day with it. You know what I mean? Even like now, like you look at what kind of shit he's doing. But like, bro, he just has Getsuga Tensho and Inshallah, and that's about it. Like it's just, I mean,
What?
And Inshallah are just like, fucking like may God be with you or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's it, bro. Like he's got plot armor like a bitch. Like it's crazy, dude. When Aizen like sliced his ass in half and he was still alive, I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? Anyway, I'm sorry.
Wait, when was that?
So I didn't know so check this out.
Of the Soul Society.
Yeah, at the end of the Soul Society, I didn't, because I watched the anime first, and I was like, Aizen grabbed his sword and he just got cut. Like I didn't see what happened.
Blood.
Yeah, I didn't know where he got cut. I didn't know in the manga he literally sliced him in half. Like he was held together by his spine or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was like he cut him and like but didn't cut his spine, and that's the only reason, like because he couldn't move. And I was like, oh shit. And then like Hiyori, is it Hiyori? Hinamori? No, Hiyori.
What are we talking about? Oh, Hiyori.
Hiyori, yeah, she got fucking bisected by Gin. Rengoku, I almost said Rengoku, Jesus Christ. Rangiku, when that big ass thing like took a chunk out of her between his fingertips and was like mushing that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Like in the manga, I was like, whoa. But in the anime, I'm just like, this is a fat bruise. Like, what am I looking at? Like it had like the Dragon Ball like scratches, you know what I mean? I was just like, okay. Or even like when Ichigo, when he was fighting Ulquiorra, he like takes his arm off and throws it at him in the manga. Like it just, he threw a boulder at him, I think. Yeah, he like threw like a boulder, like a big ass rock at him or something. But like I think those censorship issues will be fixed because from what I've seen from the stills, like they're not holding back on the gore at all, which is fine with me. I like.
This is the most gory arc.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. I love seeing that raw shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. But you know, obviously there's a certain limit. But before it comes like gratuitous, like on some like Goblin Slayer shit. But no, man,
Wait, hold on. Just a side tangent. What did you think of Goblin Slayer episode 1?
bro, don't. I watched the first episode, tried watching the second episode when homegirl was waking up butt ass naked in bed. I couldn't take it, so I stopped watching it.
Bro, episode 1 was hilarious for me.
You're tripping. What the hell, bro? Hell no. Hell no. Nah, bro. I'm like, oh, it's an RPG. I thought it was an isekai for a second. And hold on, is it an isekai?
It feels like an isekai.
Okay.
It's not. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's RPGs on some, SAO type shit, whatever. I was like, all right, that's tight. And then they start getting jumped one by one. I'm like, oh.
That was hilarious.
I'm like, oh, that's what time it is. Yeah, I was like, Crunchyroll, y'all allow this?
First episode. But they never went up to that scale again.
I think you're lying to me.
No, I mean I watched like maybe 6 episodes and they would never went that hard anymore. I was like, bro, I wanted to see more action like this, more funny people messing up and getting killed because they messed up.
I guess. I see it. It's like that one anime. It's from like years ago. Was it like Another or some shit? Or there's like some like curse.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's like some curse, and it's like Final Destination or some shit. It's like that. Yeah.
It's called Another. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta watch Is it Elfen Lied?
That's what it's called.
I gotta watch that.
Pink-haired girl.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
I haven't seen it. I've heard it's boring. That's all I know about it.
Yeah. Question for you: what is your opinion on Cowboy Bebop?
I enjoyed it, but I do think it's overrated. I think people say things like, oh, it's making a new genre, or oh, it covers multiple genres. I'm like, bro, just having one episode based on like horror or one episode based on something else, that does not
Tripping balls on mushrooms.
Genres. Yeah. Like if you were gonna say that having one episode on a specific genre means that the entire story is multi-genre, then like Community would be multi-genre, but like no one's saying that.
I like Samurai Champloo better than it. I will say that.
I do as well.
The episodic formula for me fails with Cowboy Bebop because the overall story at the very end is so ass.
Really?
I don't like it. The whole thing with, was it Virgil is his name?
What's it?
Vicious. Yeah. With like Vicious and Spike's girl, and it's like a cyborg, and it's like fucking did Spike die at the very end? All that shit, and that didn't do it for me. I was very whelmed. I was like, oh. I was like, okay.
Did you get that from Young Justice?
Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. The fight choreography, the animation is top notch though. That shit is gorgeous. And that was made like what? 20, was it 24 or 25 years ago? No. It was 20. It was 23 because it was 98. Yeah. But that shit is so gorgeous.
The episodic formula is like very hit or miss. Like if you go hard every single episode, then you've got like a masterpiece on your hands. But Cowboy Bebop had a lot of forgettable episodes. Like I plan on making a video one day. I'm gonna go through all of the episodes and like say which ones I enjoyed, which ones I thought were like meh, and which ones I disliked. And like when I look at that, I see that Cowboy Bebop, if I graded it based on just simply how much I enjoyed each episode, Cowboy Bebop would not be that high, because I feel like there was something someone in my comments said. They said it was that people remember the end and they remember the peaks, and they have a bias towards that, and they just forget all the valleys.
Yeah.
The thing was called. But yeah, I feel like that's what happens with a lot of these episodic anime, and people just remember all the high points. They remember Spike versus Vicious. They remember the epic animation, but then they like forget all the boring, mediocre episodes. And I'm like, you gotta include that when you're grading the story. So I mean, I still really like it, but I just think that the discourse around it is very lame. It's very short-sighted. They don't remember the entire story.
Yeah, people say it's like GOAT status, and I mean, if it's your personal favorite, sure, I'm not gonna argue with that. You like what you like, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think Avatar: The Last Airbender handled the episodic formula better, in my personal opinion.
Maybe I'd have to rewatch Avatar, but I think that show's slightly overrated as well.
In what aspect?
I feel like if you look at every single episode and like you give the score, if I were to look at every single episode and I were to give every single episode like a score out of 10 and I take the average, I don't think Avatar would be that great.
I would say that one of Avatar's biggest flexes is its consistency. I really don't remember there being like any moments like bad animation. I mean, they had that Nickelodeon budget; they were just throwing money at that shit. But I mean, there were some sleeper episodes. There was one in like season 1 where like Aang went to like some like air temple and like the Fire Nation was fucking like taking over it or some shit, and, or like the Great Divide or something. Like season 1 had a couple snoozers, I will admit, or like the Fortune Teller episode. But like season 2 and 3, that was not nonstop fire. I will say. Season 3, there were a couple kind of one-offs, like the not the beach. No, like the beach. For like, you know, Zuko and Zula and Ty Lee and May, they were all kind of like hanging out, like being kids or whatever like that. But I think it was also kind of interesting to see that that was interesting to see like Azula is like, she's just not a normal like person, like exactly like it, because war literally made her that way, and I think it kind of like that point is exacerbated like when you see her at the end of season 3 when she gets beat by Katara, and she's just like she has this break. I mean, she had a breakdown when she like had the fucking the Norman Osborn, the hot Osborn, like when she like throws the brush at the mirror when she sees her mom. Yeah. When she like her whole Green Goblin moment with her mom, like we see her like fully break down. You know what I mean? And then like, you know, she just starts like crying and all this shit. You feel bad because you realize, damn, bro, like she didn't really have a chance. I felt bad. I'm just like, shit, man. Like, she was born right into this really god awful family. I mean, her brother got banished. Her mom killed her grandfather. Yeah, her mom killed her grandfather. Or no, killed her grandfather.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I didn't catch this when I was a kid. No. This is in the show. I didn't catch this when I was a kid. So the reason that Zuko's mom left is because Fire Lord, is it Azulan? Whatever. No. Fire Lord Sozin. No, whatever. I think it was Azula's grandfather. It was Azula's grandfather, whatever. Ozai's father. I forget which one is this. I think it's Sozin.
Sozin?
I think it's Sozin because Zulan is her great grandfather. Fire Lord Sozin, he was like, I was like, fucked something up. And he was like, hey, I'm gonna need some penance. Either you give me one of your children's lives, or I'm clapping to both of y'all. Or it was some shit like that. And so Zuko's mom was like, you're smoking nut. And so he was like, and Zuko's mom was like, okay. He's like, all right, bye Zuko, I love you, whatever. Dipped straight out. They found Sozin dead the next day. And it was like, oh. So like it got put off because it was like, you know, matter of fact, let me look that up real quick. But yeah, no, this was in the show, but they never said that she killed him. They never used that word. And they never, basically it was just like, oh, grandfather passed away in his sleep last night. And you didn't really catch it because you're like, oh, well, Zuko's mom left. That sucks. Oh, damn. His grandfather died in his sleep. That sucks. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean? So let me see. Zuko's mom killed. It was Azulan. It was. Yeah. Let me see. What happened to Zuko's mom? She was banished because she poisoned Fire Lord Azulan, which led to his death in order to save Zuko from being killed by Ozai, because Azulan ordered Ozai to kill Zuko because Ozai asked Azulan to revoke Iroh's birthright as Fire Lord right after the death of his son as punishment. Okay. So yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So so Ozai was like, hey, she's like, Iroh, my brother or whatever, he can't be Fire Lord. How about you make me? And then Azulan was like, I think it was like, you dare would intrude on Iroh or something like that. How about, yeah, because he was like, how about you feel the pain of losing a son? How about that? And yep, because that's what he said, and that's why. Yeah, that's because he told Ozai that, and then Ozai found out or told Zuko's mom what the fuck, and then Zuko's mom was like, nah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, they just never outright said that. Yes, it's in the show. Go back and watch it. That's exactly what happened. Wow. Yeah. I'll send you the clip, but yeah, I didn't catch that till later on, like doing a rewatch. Speaking of which, dude, Korra's actually really good. Season 2, her character pisses me off a lot, but Korra's great too.
Ooh, I don't know about all that one.
I like it. I like Korra. I think Bolin, I could do without Bolin. I could do without some of the romance bullshit.
I could do without the entire story.
How you feel about Zahir as a villain?
I think he was interesting. I mean, people have brought up like complexity. Some people say that he's good. Some people say that he's bad. I need to actually rewatch it. But when I watched it the first time, I did enjoy him.
He's interesting to me because, like, on one hand, like, he's not the stereotypical like villain who is a master of this martial art. Like, he's low-key a coward. Like, he had to jump Tenzin in order to beat him, and Tenzin was like whooping his ass beforehand. It's interesting to see, like, he's such a crazy martial artist. They had his ass locked up, and he studied airbending, and then he got airbending, and he was like a fucking problem. Then he's like, he taught himself how to like levitate, like fly, like straight up fly, not like glide like Aang does, or like propel himself. Like he was straight up floating.
Actually fly.
Yeah, he was just straight up floating. Like, that shit was crazy.
That was cool.
Yeah, I seeing Avatar Juan. I loved that. I love Stephen Young as a voice actor. I think he does a fantastic job. Avatar Juan. I love the art style with that story and everything. Seeing Korra kind of having to deal with her trauma in season 4, I think was interesting. There's a lot of good stuff. There's some low points, I will admit. Like I said, Bolin, I think it's consistently the weakest part of the story. I think it's better than some people give it credit for. I don't like the Asami Korra ship at the end of the series, though. It just felt really weird to me. It felt really out of place. I don't give a flying fuck that it's Asami and Korra. I could care less. It's the fact that they had nearly zero chemistry. They dated the same guy multiple times over, and I'm like, when did they ever have romantic chemistry like this? What the fuck is going on?
Over.
I'm saying, like, they both like dated Mako, and it was like, oh, Mako, I can't do this, and.
Yeah, that teenage drama was too. It was
too much. It was too much.
Done well. Harry Potter did it better.
I agree. It was not done well. I agree.
But I want to circle back to the Bleach fighting you were talking about. I actually agree with that. I have a video. I said why it's called "Why Ichigo's Fights Suck Post Soul Society," and a big major reason is because like characters they just use like powerful attacks. Like all of their attacks basically amount to doing a high amount of physical damage, and then Ichigo is the same way. All he can do is Getsuga Tensho.
Well, dude, look like you look at the captains and like they have some super interesting abilities. Like is it Shusui? Whatever. Yeah. Like his Bankai is fucking nuts.
Wait, how do you know it's Bankai?
That was Bankai. His Shikai. I'm sorry.
Shikai. Oh.
Yeah, the one he used on Aizen. The one he used on Aizen. Yeah. I don't know his Bankai because that's in the Blood Arc or whatever. Or like I do know that Unohana was the previous Kenpachi before Kenpachi. I know that because I keep seeing that same frame of her like Somali Kenpachi. I see it in memes everywhere of like that super shaded picture of her and she's like staring at Kenpachi. I've been seeing that everywhere.
Like shadow.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. I know that's tight. But yeah, I just like so. All right, let's check out some of Ichigo's fights, right? So his first fight with Byakuya, bodied in the street. Byakuya just clapped his ass up, right, and just walked out.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah, when he was like, "You're not gonna take Rukia," and Byakuya's like, "The fuck are you on?"
The boy behind him.
Exactly.
His soul sword.
Just fucking Shinbei. You know what I mean? Like he just like clapped, right?
Yeah.
Then so he fights Renji. No. Did he fight? No, he fought
Renji.
He fought Renji first. Yeah, he fought Renji.
Yeah.
Right? And there's popped a fucking Getsuga Tensho point blank, and Renji was like, ugh. And Renji, and let's be honest, like Renji's pretty ass, like ability wise, like that. Right?
Don't talk about a boy like that,
bro. Renji's Shikai and his Bankai are ass. I know he has a true Bankai, but
his
whatever.
Shikai is good. His Bankai is terrible. I hate that.
Bro, that shit is ass. It's so ass.
The biggest advantage of his weapon. His weapon is like a chainsword, right? It can stretch, and then his Bankai, they remove the blade.
It's just
weapon that can sometimes shoot laser beams out.
Can you imagine? You know like that ninja weapon is like a fucking rope dart. Just imagine taking away the dart.
Oh yeah.
And you just have a longer rope. You know what I mean?
Bankai's like a nerf.
Yeah, I mean it's got the beam. You know?
Who can't come on now. Beams aren't burning people. They aren't cutting off limbs. They're just like basically a super hard punch.
Yeah, no, probably no, yeah, dude, it's ass.
They did dirty with that one guy.
Yeah, I know he has his true Bankai, whatever the fuck, in the
That's kind of OP.
Yeah, I don't even know what that does. I just know he has it. What? Then he fought Kenpachi.
Oh, you forgot Ikaku.
Oh yeah, did he beat Ikaku straight up? I don't remember. They tie?
Of course he beat him. Of course
Did he?
Beat him.
Yeah, yeah, because I think like
Fight.
I don't remember. I barely remember that fight. But then he had his fight with Kenpachi, right? He was like, all right, Zangatsu, help me out. You know, and like his sword was like screaming or whatever, like you know what I mean? Like when his sword was like vibrating because like they wanted to like clash with each other or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah.
And then like, do you know how crazy that is? That like Kenpachi straight up like that almost killed him. I mean, like they both like, you know, it was a draw. But like Ichigo was captain level then. That's fucking nuts. That is that the power creep was crazy. But then he fought Kenpachi, right?
From lieutenant to captain. Actually, he was lieutenant back at the start of the Soul Society.
Yeah.
Already beating Renji.
Yeah. And so then Renji's pretty ass, let's be honest.
Nah, stop that.
Nah. Bro, mans can barely do keto. He ain't got no healing. You know what I mean?
Keto, bro. How many people can do
Kira can do keto, bro.
All right, you got Izuru. You got.
I'm pretty sure Yumachika could do more keto than Renji, bro. Stop it. Yumachika? Stop it.
Yumichika, he can't do. Has he done keto?
I feel like he can. I'm joking. I don't think he's shown anything in the manga. I don't think so.
Do keto. Ikaku can't do keto.
It's fucking Kenpachi. Who cares?
Wait,
no. Kenpachi's entire division doesn't use keto. What are you talking about?
That's fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, what? But yeah, and then okay, so
Toshiro can't use keto.
Wait, no, yes he can. Yeah, he can. Yeah,
he can't. Toshiro Hitsugaya.
He can't. I feel like that's cap.
He's never been shown to use keto.
Isn't he regarded as like a prodigy? Was he like still like top of his class and everything? Yeah, no.
Yeah, he had Bankai at a young age, but I mean that doesn't mean you could use keto.
Hold on. Hitsugaya keto. Let me see something. You're lying. Keto expert. Hitsugaya is highly proficient in keto and is capable of performing high-level keto spells without the incantation. Aha.
When was that?
I don't know. I'm looking on the wiki right now. Let me see. Where is the? Because I usually have the thing on the side of it.
Share footnotes.
Yeah. Let me see something. I don't give a fuck about that. Child prodigy. No. Master swordsman. Okay. 89. So 89 is Bleach anime number 2. Episode 239 is when he'd use keto without an incantation.
Was it in the manga?
I have no idea. Let me see. Bleach. Episode. You are dying on this Hitsugaya keto hill, bro. I respect it though. I respect it.
No, because I do not. I remember most of his fights. In fact, I think I remember all of his fights. First, he fights Gin in the Soul Society arc. Then he fights that one.
It's filler. It's filler.
There we go. That makes sense.
Nice. You could it gets real murky with filler because you have like shit like in Naruto or something like that, some really crazy ass like filler feats. Yeah. Okay. So let's assume Hitsugaya can't use keto. It's not like super hard to learn. And Renji's just a fucking moron. Like he literally like
the Renji man.
Bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like he literally told like was it Ciel Pizarro? I can't pronounce this dude's name.
Appo. Just call him Appo.
Appo. Number 8 or whatever. He literally told him, like, when he, like, got in close in his face, he's like, yeah, I'm not good at keto. I blow myself up every time I use it. Like, yeah. He's just, yeah. But anyway, so his fight against, Ichigo's fight against Renji, he just pops a Gejiga Tensho point blank in his face. He speed blitzed Byakuya, which was crazy. That's one of my favorite panels of all time. That was crazy. When he popped his Bankai.
Blade at the neck.
Oh, my God, bro. And Byakuya's not even looking at him in the eye. He's like, Nani? Bro, that was crazy. Anyway, he blocked the 1,000 Zanpakuto Phoenix, whatever the hell, execution thing in his Shikai form. That was nuts. Yep. And when he had the cloak on.
The hypest moments, man. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
I'm like, bro, what? They should use that design more, I'll be honest.
I feel like they might have overdone it if they used it again. It's like Naruto in that red cloak that he fought against Pain. You don't want to use it to be iconic and be
All right, whose cloak do you like more? Do you like Master Chief from the Halo 5 commercials, or do you like Ichigo with that cloak? What do you like more?
Let me check.
I was gonna say, dude, if you remember, at the end of the Halo 5 commercials, Master Chief with that cloak in the desert was everywhere, but it was never in game.
It does look pretty cool, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Ichigo.
That's true. So then he ends up being Byakuya, Big Whoop, ends up getting no diffed by Aizen, cuts him in half. Then we get to he starts freaking out and he's like, oh, I need to get my hollow under control, man. This is
Yami and gets beaten up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, because he like couldn't move and then he starts dude, he got that fight against Grimjo, some of the funniest shit, dude. Every time I see people discuss that fight, I just see the gif of him rolling in the air, just spinning. It just looks like a PNG just getting rotated. It's so funny. So he gets packed up by Grimjo, right? His fight with Grimjo, by the way, the Heiko Mundo is really weird too, because he just says to Grimjo, hey, I can't afford to get hurt anymore, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't
understand that they're trying to synthesize the character arc along with his power, and I think that's cool. But at the same time, if you just look at the fight alone, it doesn't look good. It's like he just suddenly gets stronger.
Well, so people were like, "Oh, well, he was just." Someone said some shit like
back because of Orihime.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But I'm just like, that's fucking dumb. Like, why? Like, why would you just not want to just end it right there? And also, like, how big was that gap? Like, how big a gap are we talking? You know what I mean? And then his fight against Ukiura.
Oh wait, you skipped one. You missed the Dordoni, the wind guy.
I mean, that was a gag fight. I mean, I don't really consider that. I mean, he popped his mask one time and he blew his ass up. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, Ukiura just put him on a t-shirt, put a hole through his chest, or he might shit herself, and then like Ichigo heard her screaming. It was like, oh fuck. And then, you know, guys hollow form and the Vassal Lorde and blah, blah. I just like, dude, like, I don't, like, at no point have we ever been wowed by Ichigo's, like, sword prowess or, like, seeing how smart he can, because people are like, oh, Ichigo, he's a master swordsman. He's a master. I will literally make a video. Detailing how if it was, like, an equal playing field, Tanjiro would whoop Ichigo's ass in a sword fight. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. Like,
I was talking with someone. They were talking about expert swordsman. I'm like, you can't put Ichigo in the category of expert swordsman.
Bro, they were putting Zoro and Ichigo in the same category. I said, y'all are smoking. Y'all are high.
Who?
They put Zoro from One Piece and Ichigo in the same tier.
I don't think Zoro's that good of a swordsman either, but I'll get into that later. I said that Ichigo was not that good because there's nothing that he does with a sword that is impressive. He basically swings.
He's on defense all the time. He's on. When is he not on defense unless he's popping against Getensho? Bro. I'm like, you hear me? Like he's ass. Like
there's nothing special about his swordsmanship.
Kenpachi with 2 hands put Noitora on a shirt. I'm telling you, there's nothing impressive about Ichigo's swordsmanship, dude.
Good swordsman either.
I know, but Kenpachi with 2 hands was like, you know what? Maybe I should try this out, and then just slice his ass in half. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god.
I mean, I don't think anime are really good at depicting swordsmanship in the first place. Because if you look at Zoro, I mean, I feel like Zoro's similar to to Ichigo, except that he has some like talent, like the way he holds a sword in his mouth, like some of the moves that he does. You're like, oh, that's kind of impressive swordsmanship.
I'm talking strictly about choreography. I'm talking strictly choreography and how to it. Yeah.
He's okay. He's kind of just swinging his sword around.
Would you say that Sasuke is a better swordsman than Ichigo?
Yeah, I have to because of those few times he has shown impressive swordsmanship. It was the time against Killer B when he put his sword in between the circle of the blade. I'm like, he actually shows that he knows how to use a weapon creatively.
When he was fighting Itachi, he used it a fair bit. I think when he was fighting Deidara too, I think. think
Yeah,
I don't remember.
he knows how to do interesting things with his sword that make you.
I mean, shit. Like, he was.
I saw them. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, shit. He like teleported his sword, like or like himself into his sword with his Renegon ability and made Madara impale himself or some shit. It was crazy. But yeah, like none of Ichigo's fights are particularly like not, I don't want to say not interesting. That's the wrong word to put it. They're not
Have interesting powers.
I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's like, oh,
Have powers.
yeah, it's like, oh, you're a Quincy. Oh, you're a fucking Hollow too. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know, man. I haven't seen Ichigo's battle intellect or anything like his battle IQ. You know what I mean? And, like, you know,
New strategy. Not really.
No.
It's powering up. That's basically.
Because like, think about like Demon Slayer or something. When like Tanjiro is like, you can like hear like Tanjiro's voice like going off in his head, like Midoriya. You know, just talking to himself like in his head, trying to get a strategy together. Like, we never see. We don't get to see this with Ichigo, man. And I'm just like, damn, it's a shame because he's a really interesting character, but it's like, give him
Characters get strategies too.
But the side characters, they gotta do a bunch of crazy shit. They gotta go through like 20 hoops.
You look at Byakuya, you look at Toshiro, they got
yes.
in their fight.
When they had to fight Aizen, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, oh my god, dude. Also, one of the most disrespectful anime moments of all time was when fucking when Aizen made fucking Ichikai stab Momo. Bro, that shit, I was crying laughing, bro. That's the fattest L I've ever seen. I said, damn, bro, that's crazy. He said, when did you turn on your Shikai? He said, what made you think I had it off? But that man Aizen was on demon time. That man was going crazy. That man was on demon time, bro.
That art gave him so many iconic moments.
Oh my god, bro. That was and then just like the fucking like when Ichigo like they like tell Ichigo they're like, Ichigo, stand back, we're all gonna jump up at the same time, and then just the audio just gets a mute and they all just start getting bodied one by one. I'm just like, damn, bro.
One by one, he cut like 5 of them at the same time.
Did that? I don't remember him. I remember him like the I almost said Shanji for some reason, but like Shinji's crew. Shinji. Yeah, I remember them just getting smacked the fuck up. Like in like one frame or something, and then Shinji's like, "Oh, I got you with my ability," and he's like, "Nah."
Yeah,
dude. Oh my god. It was just like but just like Ichigo's fights, man, they're not. Even as a Bankai, it's weird because like he really just put some. Like he like at no point would Ichigo like in base like in Shikai have been a challenge because he wasn't for Ukiura. He had to pop Bankai to still get speed blitz by him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just I don't know, man.
I've noticed that the earlier fights they relied, especially when he's fighting in the Soul Society, they relied on like actual martial arts. Like if you go back and rewatch the Ikaku fight, it's actually interesting. Like simple wounds will like change the way you fight. Ichigo got a scar on his eye. He
couldn't see.
Block out
He
got his arm cut. He had to wrap his bandages around his arm to be able to hold his weapon. It was interesting. There were martial arts. Simply Ikaku turning his spear into a 3-section spear was enough to catch Ichigo off guard and injure him severely. And then you look at his Renji fight. It's also interesting. He has to find out the tactic that Renji can only swing his weapon 3 times. He can only stretch it 3 times before having to retract it. And it's interesting. Simple wounds. Like Ichigo got hit like 3 times and he was exhausted.
I know.
Because it had that sense of groundedness to it. And
you felt the stakes.
Yes, but then I think it was towards the end of the Hollow arc. I mean, I was about to just say that towards the end of the Soul Society arc, that's when it starts getting vague. But even then, like during his fight with Byakuya has very magical powers. Ichigo was like getting super speed, but the dude was starting to bleed out, and that's why he got slower. That was such an interesting concept. I was like, because they were like, "Oh, you're getting slower, Ichigo," and then he thought that Byakuya was getting faster, but it was actually because he was losing blood. And the concept of losing blood just does not come up again.
Well, it's also weird because they're spirits. You know what I mean? It's weird.
I mean, I don't understand the.
You know what I mean? It's just like because like it's like the whole point of them, you know, having like the the mod souls and shit is like so like you're a Shinigami, you're a ghost, but you have blood, huh? It's suspension of disbelief, whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, it just, I mean, yeah. Dude, again, this is part of the reason why like Jujutsu Kaisen is like my favorite, like one of my favorites right now. Like in Shibuya, oh my god, I can't wait for Shibuya. But it's like, so you read the Jujutsu Kaisen manga, right? Have you not read it? Hello? Oh Lord. Hello? I hear nothing. Ooh. Hello?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I was saying, have you read the Jujutsu Kaisen manga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up to date.
Okay. So part of the reason like why that's my favorite is the fights are so well done. Gege's art is fantastic, but like look at I don't fucking know. Look at Ichigo's fight against Renji, right? Like, whatever. Compare that fight to Yuji versus Choso in Shibuya. And they're swapping hands. Yuji's trying to use like martial arts on him, and then like Chozo like balls his fit, like makes a fist and like through like a gap and just shoots him in the liver, like just like shit like that. It's crazy. Like I'm just like, bro, like choreography wise, you're not Ichigo's not touching that. Modern Dragon Ball ain't touching that. Like Superhero was cool and all, but like I'm gonna be honest, man, like. At no point was I really like wowed by the choreography or like the fight, like the blocking of scenes in that movie, man. I'll be honest, like Orange Piccolo, man, like damn, bro, like he one shot Gamma 2 and then like he's boxing with Cell Max, but it's just a kaiju fight, like I don't know.
Sorry, could you say what you were saying about JJK? For some reason, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, you're good. I was just saying that Jujutsu Kaisen, their fights are on another level in terms of like choreography, in terms of strategy is a huge thing. That's why I think you know in my video I said that you know Megumi would probably like get possibly high diffed by Ichidori post Shibuya, but it'd be close because Megumi's like one of the smartest characters in there, and you know we see him like go into people's shadows and tie them up, and then you know like like Megumi's fight with Toji in Shibuya, where he like made like a step or like put his half his foot into the shadows so he would get stabbed in a place that wouldn't kill him. That's that kind of shit that I like. That's like I love seeing that. Like when characters have high battle IQs and they're thinking like about shit like that. I love seeing that. I'm not seeing that with Dragon Ball. I'm not seeing that with whatchamacallit, with what were we just talking about? With Bleach. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing that. I'm just like that's just how I'm feeling.
That's true. I mean, I think Jujutsu Kaisen is like one of the best stories to like carry on the torch of like the big three type of feeling. Personally, like especially when you look at the fights, it has feelings of Naruto. It has feelings of JoJo. It has feelings of like the peak of creativity when it comes to using superpowers. And I've even made those comparisons. Like, there's no other story doing it like the Black Clover is not doing that here.
I would argue JoJo. In terms of like fights, I feel like JoJo's up there. I'm pretty
JoJo, yeah, that's what I'm saying. JoJo and Naruto. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting from JJK.
Wait, were you saying JoJo and Naruto were part of the big three? Is that what you just said?
No.
Oh, okay.
It carries the energy of the big three. That I was saying the way the the strategy feels like JoJo and Naruto.
Gotcha.
When it comes to the powers, and it's very impressive. But like, you don't see anyone else doing it like that.
I agree.
At least in modern times.
I agree. I don't watch Black Clover or anything. I heard Black Clover's good. Seven Deadly Sins, I've heard that it's not worth my time.
I don't know about that. I mean, you don't want to. I didn't finish it, but I think the first two seasons are definitely good.
Really? I don't know. The first, I tried watching the first like 10 minutes and just the fan service. I was like, nah, I'm good. You know what's crazy? Crunchyroll is probably never gonna make a second season, but Tower of or not Tower of God, God of High School. That animation and those fights were fucking, dude. I was like, what is happening? Like, the budget was crazy, and it was only like, it was like 12 episodes. No, was it 12 episodes? I don't remember. I remember the
Sakuga compilations.
Yeah, dude. But like Tower, Tower of not Tower of God. That's the different.
School.
Yeah, God of High School is the same author or whatever. But God of High School,
Really?
I think it is. Is it? I think it is. I want to say
You
this.
got 2 anime?
God. Am I making that up? Hold on. God of High School. Author, and his name is Youngji Park, and then Tower of God author is nope, I was completely wrong. Ignore me. Whoops. I thought it was. Oh, they're both webtoons. That's why I said that. Whoops. Yeah. That's why. Okay, cool. He's 36. Wait, no way. That's crazy. All right. Anyway, but yeah, yeah, man. I don't know, man.
What about animation from God?
Yeah, that God of High School's animation was fucking top notch. I mean, the story, I mean, obviously it got rushed to hell. I mean, it was like 300 chapters and like 12, 18 episodes or some shit like that. Of course, things are gonna go bad, but no, man, I think it's weird because like we're also in this new age where like we're starting to get like new animation techniques that are being brought in too. I don't know if you remember this, but I don't know if you remember this. I don't think this is new, but for some reason. And this, and they did not end up doing this again. From what I remember in the season. But in My Hero Academia last season, in the training arc, there was a scene with Kaminari, and it was in 60 FPS, and it looked fantastic. And because he was chasing like the big bear dude, but it was in 60 FPS, and it looked so smooth. But they never did it again. I don't really know why they did that. It's probably a technical limitation. But I'll see if I can find it and send it to you. But it looked so weird considering everything else was in 30 FPS. Like, it was so abnormally smooth. I was like, let me see. Because I didn't really see anybody talking about it. But, like, I know... Oh, let me see something. Kaminari... Kaminari...
Was it Sakuga? Because I can go on Sakuga Buru.
It might have been... I don't remember a ton of animation in it. Kaminari season... 5. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Hey, hold on. Let me see. Yep, here it is. Let me send it to you real quick. But it looks like it's in 60 FPS. If you look at this, one of the characters' faces, it's so smooth when the camera pans and when the camera rotates and you see the other character's like face like start moving, it's so smooth. But yeah, just like seeing like new animation techniques and stuff like that, like little stuff like that, and like or like CG being more properly used in modern stuff, definitely bodes well. I'm like interested to see where anime and that kind of stuff will be like the next 10, 15 years.
I feel like animation's low-key hit its peak. After I saw, what's it called, Your Name, I was like, nah, animation can't go higher than this. Art and animation.
That was Ufotable too, right? No, I'm thinking about Fate.
Made them.
No, I think that's Fate.
Makoto Shinkai made it.
Okay. I've heard Your Name, and then I know I need to watch Fate. I tried. I don't know where to start though, because there's like 2 prequels or some shit. I'm not really entirely sure.
I've never watched that, and I probably never will. It's too messy for me.
Yeah, the whole prequels of a prequel shit. Nah, I'm good off that. What's your opinion on Sword Art Online?
I'm actually coming around to it. There was a time where I was brainwashed. It's weird. It was like my same journey with Fairy Tail. There was a time where I liked it when I first watched it. Then I heard people say that it was bad, and they made all these arguments. I'm like, you know what? They're right. And then I started thinking for myself, and I'm like, you know what? I have my own opinions. This part is good. This part is bad. I plan on making a series where I reevaluate the story again and like look at how good the story is or how bad certain parts are. But overall, I liked Aincrad. I didn't really like the Fairy Dance arc that much. I liked GGO. And then I didn't really like the arc after that too much where they went back to ALO. And then I started the Alicization, but I kind of got bored of it. And then I stopped. I knew stuff on the wiki. Like I've read some of the fights from the wiki back before the Alicization even came out. Mm-hmm. And yeah, those are my thoughts. I think it's all right. I think it's overhated because of it just got too popular and people are like, hey, we got to bring it back down.
It just I don't care for the harem style of anime. Like,
yeah.
that's a big turn off for me. And then also, I know it's like, I don't even think it's a cultural thing. Just his like cousin having a thing for him was really, really
culture.
weird.
That's definitely culture. I was
Is it?
watching an anime from like the 2000s, and they had some cousin stuff too. It's called Honey and Clover. I'm like, bro, come on, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, also him being a girl was really odd. Like it's just a really weird random decision. In season 2, I was just like, why? Death Gun was cool, but that name is dumb as fuck.
Yeah. In real life, he was lame, but in the game,
he was dude. His fight, Kirito's fight with him, and like it was like in the rain or some shit. I forgot. That was crazy.
Yeah. It was in the sand at night.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, it was that.
Like Zaza. Oh man,
that was crazy. But nah, like dude, Death Gun, bro, that shit sounds lame. Like nah. And then, but yeah, no. I don't overhate it. It's just there's a lot of things I don't like about it. I don't hate it or anything. I don't think there's an anime I explicitly hate. I don't think, because I think I usually go by the rule. If I don't like it within the next, I think I usually give about 2 or 3 episodes, I'll just drop it if I don't like it. I
mean, I've heard of that rule. I don't completely like it because like not every single story moves at the same pace.
Well,
every story will be interesting in 3 episodes.
That's an issue. If your story is not interesting, if you don't hook your reader within 3 episodes or say 5 chapters, I think it's you're starting off on the wrong foot. Take Naruto, right? Take Naruto for example. First chapter, what happened? He learned the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He stole that shit and he beat the fuck out of Mizuki. You know what I mean? Like you automatically knew this kid was an underdog. You know what I mean? Well, at least when the story was about underdogs before it got into reincarnation, whatever the fuck. But it hooked you, right? Same thing with Haikyuu. Episode 1 of Haikyuu, I was like, I have been hearing all this stuff about this volleyball anime. I was like, you know what? I don't like sports anime like that. And then as soon as like Hinata zooms across the screen, I'm like, oh! I was like, oh, this is something serious. And then I was like, then I got hooked, right? Episode 1 of Haikyuu, I was hooked instantly, right?
Have you seen Steins Gate?
Steins Gate, I've heard about that. That's on my list. I've heard good things about that. I heard it's kind of a slog in the middle, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a slow start, but it's like interesting to a degree. Like I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed what they were experimenting, but I'm not gonna say too much about it.
Okay. Yeah, that's on my list. But like same thing. They Jujutsu Kaisen, same thing. Like Itadori just jumps through that. We see him jump through that window. You're like, oh, that's serious. Like or Midoriya and My Hero, like jumping to save Bakugo when he has no powers or whatever. It's stuff like that. You got. I think you need to hook your audience to something interesting. Or like Kaiju number 9. Is it number 9 or number 7? I keep
like that.
You don't like it?
I think it's not. It's the manga. Yeah. Again, it's
cool.
Spike's Family. People were hyping it up. I watched it. I read it. I was like, yo, this is barely mediocre.
It's alright. It's cool. I don't hate it. I think it's alright. I like the art. I think art's nice. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, people also are real quick nowadays to say something is either just complete ass or it's goated. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not saying like, and I hate the term mid, but like, it's okay. It's just something to be okay, and it's okay to be okay sometimes. I mean, not everything has to be like anime of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate mid when it's like not elaborated on, because I mean, I think it's a helpful word because it's right between good and bad. Like
yeah,
it's a short word between good.
Well, that's why I prefer using okay.
Yeah, and like people just throw around these words that just use them as buzzwords, so that they don't make an argument like, oh, this is a goat, this is a masterpiece, this is mid, this is trash, and like they don't think, they don't elaborate on their opinion. That's what bothers me, and you see that kind of stuff on Twitter all the time.
Right, and it's I mean, if someone's like memeing around and just joking, like it didn't really bother me or whatever. But then like when Demon Slayer, when it had its finale, people would say, "Oh my God, Demon Slayer is GOAT status, is GOAT status." And people are like, "Demon Slayer is mid, Demon Slayer sucks," and people are like, "Oh, why?" And they're like, "Oh, the story's ass." I'm like, bro, Dragon Ball's story is pretty ass. If we're keeping it a buck, if we're keeping it a $1.50, Dragon Ball story is pretty It's pretty like,
that's fair.
Like even dude, look at Dragon Ball Super. Like, nah, bro, I'm good. Nah,
Nah, we can't kill Super, man. That's not the OG.
Watch me. I mean, okay, so Dragon Ball Z, right? Most people watch Dragon Ball Z. Not a lot of people watch OG Dragon Ball. Sure. I mean, the Saiyan Saga. It's good. It's good, right? It's good. It's good, right? A lot of good stuff in the Saiyan Saga. A lot of good stuff in the Saiyan Saga. You look at Namek Saga. You know, I mean, Vegeta trying to go Super Saiyan. You know, him getting packed up by Frieza. You know, I mean, there were some good character moments in there, sure, but you know, I don't know, man. Like, you had just some dumb shit in there, like Goku giving Cell a senzu bean. Now, granted, it was in character and it defends them. Goku giving Cell a senzu bean. Yeah, I mean that was in character.
I thought you talking about Namek.
I mean, I was jumping around, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, but no, what you mean? Because Jiro had the fucking. Did Jiro have like the Because Jiro knew about Frieza, didn't he not? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Because he didn't know about because he saw Goku transform into a Super Saiyan. He's like, the fuck is that? I don't know why I thought he had like one of the drones or something. On like the spaceship. I don't know where I got that from. That didn't happen. My brain is melting, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. There's never been an overwhelming layer of like complexity or like depth to Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? It's just I kind of view Dragon Ball as like boxing. You know what I mean? I just want to see is like, motherfuckers like just go at it.
Just beat each other up.
Yeah, I'm not going in there like I'm going into like Full Metal Alchemist expecting to feel something. You know what I mean? Whereas like, and Full Metal Alchemist is like my favorite anime of all time.
Interesting. I think it's slightly overrated. I mean, I think everything.
Gas, but okay. So why do you think it's overrated? I'm curious.
I think people overhype there's one thing that's the power system. People are like, oh man, this power system is creative. It's like GOAT or whatever. I'm like, it had potential, but like a lot of that potential wasn't realized. Like,
I could agree with that.
I mean, I love the way the story's like really planned out.
I love the story. I think the story is fantastic. I love Ed and Alphonse as characters. I love them so much. War is a fantastic. Or not War. Yeah, is it War? No. Wrath is a fantastic villain. His fight with Scar was fucking nutty.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love the way they planned out the entire finale. The way everything was like foreshadowed and set up. There's a lot of epic, like high tier anime moments that I'm like.
Hohenheim and the
all time.
Hohenheim, the dwarf from the flask. I love all that, man. Dude, Roy Mustang, love my boy Mustang. They did him dirty though, but
I think Father was like a weak villain. I think the way
he was okay.
I think the final fight with Father was garbage. Absolute garbage. It was underwhelming.
I could see it.
Powers sucked too. Because you went from alchemy, right, where characters would like manipulate their surroundings to a degree, and then you get to this guy. He's making sun. He's shooting out ki blast. He's absorbing souls. He's making
shooting Bijou Damas.
Yeah. Like, who was that?
I know what you mean.
The wrong way.
I know what you mean. Like, compare that to like Alphonse's fight against I almost said Trunks because it's the same voice actor. Kimberly, yeah. And where Alphonse like riding a dragon, you get that POV shot over his shoulder.
Oh my gosh, that is one of the best fights.
I saw that. I was floored. I was like, holy shit.
When he stabbed the sword and then he made it change direction.
Yes, dude. Oh, dude. Bro, I'm telling you, man, Full Metal Alchemist, man. I don't think people sleep on it, but like I feel like a lot of people when they talk about anime, I feel like the newcomers, they're like, oh, but because it's old. I mean, it's not old by this point. What the hell? I got an Xbox alert. I was confused. I mean, it's what 12?
Well, the anime started in 03, but the
Brotherhood started
like 08.
Oh my God! Hold on, is that 13 years old? No, there's no way. Oh, I'm old. Oh my God, no way. I think it was in 09, so it's 12 years. Oh my God. There's no way, bro. No, oh my God, there's no way it's that old. When did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Was it 09?
It's 09.
Oh man. Damn. I'm old. Anyway. But yeah, man.
I understand if someone says it's their favorite, but I feel like it's hyped to this level of like Cowboy Bebop where people believe it's untouchable.
No. Who's saying that Cowboy Bebop is better than Full Metal Alchemist? Who's saying that?
No, I'm not saying someone said that. I'm saying they hype it to the same level. The way I perceive it, the way people talk about it, it seems like they
Okay,
have the
okay.
same type of energy for both stories.
I get you. Okay. So what's one of your favorites? Like right now, what?
Alchemist.
Okay. I get you. Yeah. Okay. That's what you said. Yeah, it's just funny. We just talking about you like, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good in this aspect.
I think it's overhyped. That's
Nah,
what I'm saying,
yeah.
that everything's overhyped because
Yeah.
some people just exaggerated the level to the level of, oh, this story is flawless. I'm like, no story is flawless.
Oh yeah, I mean, and part of that is also, just people just being excited about the stuff they like, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that too. I mean, like fucking when Sonic Frontiers comes out, I'm gonna be screaming that's the game of the year, and I haven't even played it yet. It's like, like I'm just like it's people just being, and there's nothing wrong, but when people are talking about actual critiques, I understand what you're saying. Like when it actually comes down to like sit down and dissect it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I think I think you'd be correct in that aspect. I think Edward's mom, I think like she is more of a plot device more than anything. You know what I mean? Like you could replace that with a family dog, and you would not kind of have the same effect. I think her mom, like their mom, was really a character. Like she was just sick, and like she was Hohenheim's wife.
True. There's also the argument that Al had about being fake and Ed lying to him. I was like, that's too melodramatic. It makes no sense for his character.
But they stopped that pretty quick though. I mean, what was that, like half an episode, if that?
Maybe.
It was something like that because it was the one dude, the butcher dude. Yeah, and he was like, he's like, I'm fake. How about this? I don't want to jump. What about you? Are you sure? Yeah.
This man trusts a murderer more than his own brother, man.
Oh, he's fucking. What is he? 9, 8?
Really?
How old is Alphonse? Hold on, how old is Alphonse? Oh wait, what? Oh no, he's 14 and 15 throughout the whole story. It's that English dub that fucks with me because he sounds way younger. Speaking of dubs, actually that dub is flawless in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about that dub was when Hughes died. I did not like the dub in that because he starts like making this speech to his daughter and it's really like CW level acting. Other than that, it's flawless. Edward Elric was 11 years old and Al Elric was 10 years old when they did the human transmutation. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Also, it's also interesting seeing like Ed grow up during the story too. It's gradual and they don't outright say anything.
Physically, like
Yeah. Because like he's there. Everybody talks about how short he is, and he gets all pissed off. And then there's that scene. I think it's like right before the last arc, and he's talking to Winry, and she's like to his chest, and it's like, what the hell? Cause I think that's after he used the not the mutation, whatever the fuck. Because he had like that rebar in him, and he like sucked up some of his life force, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna die. But he's like, he started aging beforehand.
I know by the end of the story he's like taller than her.
Yeah.
Especially when he proposes to her, and that's like not even a year.
Yeah, but no, like I think it's after like he gets the like rebar in him, and then he like shortens his lifespan so he can like seal the wound or whatever. He's taller than her, but like he's grown before that though. I remember that. But yeah, no, it's very interesting. I love what is his name? Is it not
Describe him.
When he transforms, he has the black skin. It's like carbon.
Oh, Greed,
yes, Greed. I love Greed too. Greed's actually one of my favorite characters. Probably in the entire show. I loved seeing him every time he was on screen.
He was very charismatic.
I'm a sucker for those kind of villains where you love seeing them do evil shit.
Yeah.
Like Red X and Teen Titans.
Oh man, that was my favorite. He's still not still, but he used to be.
Yeah, just I love seeing them just like. I enjoy being on the bad side of the law, but I'm not really a bad guy. I'm just doing, bad shit. I love seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have another question?
No, that's all I wrote down.
That's all I wrote down. Oh man, I did not expect we were gonna be here for this long. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be like 45 minutes, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long video. I might have to chop it up in parts.
Oh yeah, I might. Yeah, I get that. Oh man, I say it's starting to get to my bedtime, but I appreciate you having me on, man. I appreciate it. We definitely got to talk more.
Yeah, man, no problem. Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to say?
Honestly, man, I pretty much said my piece, man. Again, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. Other than that, I mean,
No problem.
that's about it.
All right, make sure to check out Daffy's channel. He does gaming. He does anime commentary.
Yep.
Does dope stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
check him out. And I guess that's all.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all later. All right. Peace.